Welcome, welcome, welcome. It's three welcomes. I do that every week, don't I? So welcome everybody to Table Crashers episode 36. We have Conor McGoey of Inside Up Games with us. Pretty excited for tonight because it's one of those nice hardline competitive games. So you get to see Chris, Gil, and myself really go at it hard at the table. So I hope you're all here to enjoy that. So the game is Gorus Maximus. It was something that was funded on Kickstarter. Conor, first off, welcome. How's it going?
Thank you. Good, and you?
Doing well. So what we're doing is we're doing something a little bit different. We haven't done this in the past. We're actually going to be giving away a retail version of this game on the stream tonight. What you do, all of our wonderful viewers and followers and subscribers in chat, what you guys have to do is just type giveaway at some point during the stream tonight, and that will get you entered in for a chance to win this retail version of Gorus Maximus tonight. So, Conor, tell me, just talk a little about Inside Up Games with me. What is your philosophy? Where do you guys come from? Give us a spiel about that.
I guess Inside Up Games started as just me. 2016, I guess, I created it along with the Kickstarter for Summit, my first board game. And then since then, it's grown, and a longtime buddy of mine has bought into the company to help it grow from the business side so that I can focus more on the design and development side. And then, basically for right now, designing and publishing our own games. But we're just, in the next little bit, probably going to start opening the doors to outside design submissions.
Which will be kind of exciting so you guys are moving into the publisher stance, but with your own core design still cycling in as you guys go. You don't want to lose that.
No, exactly. That's the best part.
Yeah, absolutely. What got you personally into board gaming, and then eventually transitioning into design?
Viewers don't have like 6 hours, so I'll try to give you the Cole's Notes version.
That's fine. Yeah. Give us the Cliff Notes version.
If I pause awkwardly, it's because there's a glitch on my end, not yours. So I was listening. I apologize. But yeah, I'm one of 4 kids in my family, and we did not have television growing up. So we played a lot of card games and a lot of board games. My mom at the time, until I was 13, hated TV.
Yep.
So we just didn't have one in the house. So we played a lot of games. I loved it. Played all the the standards that you'd start with, all the crap like the Monopoly and whatnot, and then got into some of the better stuff like the Strategos and the Risks and Hells and all the other goofy ones. And then I ended up, I guess around 13, 14, my mom actually got my dad a TV, and then I got myself a PlayStation 1. Anyways, whatever my first system was, I bought a game system, played video games for years, loved that, and kind of fell away from board games. Then through work, I met my wife, and then we decided to have a family. And looking at video games I was playing, I basically knew that I didn't want my kids watching that kind of crap. And really, you can only do so many headshots before you kind of get sick of shooting things in the head.
Yep.
So that happened. I started my own construction company.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And then because of that, I had very little free time. And the free time I did have, I wanted to spend around the table with family and friends, laughing, joking around, teasing each other, but being with people as opposed to, sitting by myself in the dark playing a video game.
Yeah.
So during that time, I basically was laying awake at night on Christmas Eve, waiting for my little ones to hit the hay so that someone could come visit.
Of course.
Exactly. They're probably still awake. So I was actually at my in-laws' place doing that, and I basically had the idea for this board game. Oh, I skipped the middle part where I got back into board games. Sorry, in my early 20s.
Well, so if you don't mind, I'm going to interject just for a second, and I think it's interesting because it's a very common theme where a lot of people that grew up in our generation, and I'd say anywhere from the ages of at this point, I'd say as low as like 22 and up to like 40s, early 40s. Had this disillusionment with video gaming, where they left video gaming to come back into board gaming because of that community. Because I mean, when we grew up with with video gaming, I should say, there was still a sense of community, local community, because you're playing games like GoldenEye, or you're watching your friend play Resident Evil. Like even single player games then were still communal in that you watched your friends play them, and like somebody was like, they're sitting and reading the guide and saying, okay, go over there, man, go over here. And then all of a sudden something changed within that paradigm. And there's a shift that so many people from our generation seemed to have, jumped back into board gaming. And I just find it interesting that you mentioned that. And
You know what's
that's
funny?
what,
And
yeah.
actually, you saying that makes me think of why Twitch is successful. The
Okay.
same reason we used to watch our friends play first-player video games. I remember, what the heck was it called? Was it a PS1 title? Oh, come on, brain. Phantom. Was it Phantom Frame? Phantom. It was a
Possibly.
game where, like, in Japan, you play like as this young person wandering around a haunted village trying to
And you
capture
take
ghosts with
picture of
your
the
camera.
ghost. I think it was, but I know what you're talking about. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, because that when I played, my buddy would come over and just drink a ton of beer and sit beside me and scream randomly when stuff would jump out of the screen. Right, that
Yeah,
same idea.
yeah.
So that's what it is, and that's what I did when I'm trying to design my games as well. As I try to keep that player interaction really high,
Okay.
keep that interest up, keep the players involved around the table, because everyone's just sick of screens. But anyways, we jump back and forth. So
No, right. So then you come back to to board gaming, because you, again, the video game scene wasn't really for you anymore. So you enter board gaming and you're an active player in the community. When was that? How long ago?
that would have been that's hilarious. That would have been in 15 years ago.
Okay, so kind of like
Ish.
early, honestly. Yeah, that's an early switch over.
Maybe 12 years ago.
Yeah. Okay.
Because I'm thinking it was around the same time I met my wife.
Okay.
I used to work in film as well. And we were filming a movie, and a buddy on set had me over at his place, and we played Blockus.
Okay.
It's actually like my re-entry game. Forgot how much I enjoy this, like how much I enjoy sitting around just playing games and having drinks with people. And then
Right.
from that, we actually ended up going to the board game store with my wife. Seven Wonders that she picked
Okay.
out, and I picked up Betrayal at House on the Hill.
Beautiful.
And we ended up
Yeah.
getting those, and those are kind of the thing we're like, all right, I guess. And then we just started growing it. And luckily, my wife is almost as big of a gamer as me, so we just
Good.
started playing more and more games. And then we just got known in our group of friends as the game people, and I was the rule
Okay.
guy. And then so I would, when I was running my construction company, I'd lay awake in bed thinking up game ideas to keep my mind off of work.
Yeah.
And then so that Christmas Eve, I was coming up with another game idea, and I was like, well, holy crap, would this stuff actually work? So I wrote down these notes in my iPhone, and
Yep.
then took out a pizza box and some Sharpie, and basically did up Summit.
Yep.
And I was like, okay, we'll see what happens with that. Tested the basic idea, see if it worked, and it did. And then I ended up getting really busy with work. But what I didn't know was, due to a surgery I had as a newborn, I had developed an internal blood leak,
Oh
and I
my
was
goodness.
slowly bleeding out. They're guessing a year-ish. Like it was so slow that it was not really detectable. I
Right.
just was getting thinner and paler, which the thinner part was great for me.
Yeah. Yeah.
I didn't notice because I didn't really look at me much. But what ended up happening was the doctors pulled me off of the construction site, basically being like, look, dude, like, listeners know anything about hemoglobin, but someone our age, our size, is in around 150, 160. And a woman after giving birth and losing blood might be down to about 90 or 80 and gets blood transfusions. And they did a blood test on me, and I was at 54.
Oh my
And the
goodness.
doctor said, you shouldn't be walking or talking right now. And I had just finished roofing a house that day. So luckily, I wasn't a heavy drinker, nor have I done drugs. So I think
Right.
a healthy body may be the only thing that saved me. But
My
what it
goodness.
meant was that I couldn't be
It couldn't be as physically
because of my
strenuous
brain
anymore.
active. Yeah, exactly.
Right.
So I basically took that time to kind of develop the game idea more and more.
Okay.
And I developed Summit, kind of flushed it out. And then it got to the point where I had surgery, was getting better, but now I was doing construction and game stuff in the evening.
Okay.
Small kids at home, and it wasn't really fair on my poor wife.
Mm-hmm.
So we basically said, okay, well, let's kickstart it, see if people are interested in it. And if they are, we'll give it a go. And if not, I can just kind of walk away knowing that nobody cares about the idea.
Right. Right.
And then, yeah, that was Summit. Then Summit was a success. And then the Yeti expansion. And then after that was Vault Assault. And then and the next was Gorus.
That's awesome. That's great. And so you were able to springboard out of what you were doing and into design as this career, as a
Yeah, so
necessity.
this is yeah, exactly. So I ended up doing construction for a couple of years after the fact. This will be the first year that I'm going to try to subside and provide for my family solely on the publishing.
Hmm.
But that is also because, as I mentioned earlier, my business partner Joe came in and was able to buy up, part of the company and do a large cash infusion to kind of
That's great.
support that because
And
there's
and
so much of the publishing.
has Joe worked with you alongside? I mean, he handles a lot of, I'd imagine, like the business end of things, but or was he just there as a basically a financier, and you're still managing a lot of that
Recently
stuff?
come on. I've worn every hat since 2016.
Okay,
And the hard thing being that the busier and the bigger we get and the more stuff I have on the go, the harder it is to do everything well.
of
So
course.
he came in as a financier, and then the goal is basically to have him come in and slowly take over more and more of the business stuff
Okay,
that I'm currently doing so that I can get back to focusing on design and development,
right.
or developing other people's games that we pick up.
Now it's fun. It's funny. I have an anecdotal thing I'll throw in there, but my brother, is a protein. He runs a protein business, like protein powder, and he started on his own, making it in a cement mixer in my old bedroom. And he did that for years and years and years. Then he took on business partners and moved to Tampa, and that soured. And now he finally found somebody, because what ended up happening was he took on business partners, but they still expected him to do everything, and they just wanted the glam of what was going on with the business. And then he transitioned now to where he has a business partner in the UK, and we're like, he's talking UK distribution now, and that guy's handling all the marketing and things that my brother hates about the business. And my brother
Yeah.
is able to just worry about formulation and moving on to the next type of product in the line. So he finally found that working partner. It sounds like you're in sort of the same spot. You finally found.
Yeah, and I got lucky because I've known Joe over 30 years. Him and I
Okay.
went to like elementary school together.
Oh wow. Okay.
We've been best friends growing up, and then he did what his parents told him, and he became an engineer, and then moved out to Western Canada and Vancouver firm. So he's done well for himself.
Good.
Uh,
Very good.
yeah. So he's it's funny because we're two opposite ends of the spectrum for the finance
Mhm.
side. Whereas for me, I'm so used to being careful and worrying about providing for the kids and being really tight with money. Whereas
Yes.
Joe comes in, he's like, "Oh, this is going to make money, then I'll spend money if it makes money."
That's awesome. That's a great partner to have. And I'm
He
sure.
balances me well too.
Well, I'm sure he appreciates the level of frugality on your part too. Because I mean, you're not coming to him and saying, okay, I got to build this prototype, so I need X amount of money. You build that prototype out of what you can find, and
That's
then when you
exactly
have a
right.
viable product,
Literally.
you're like, okay, Joe, I have this prototype. You want to take a look at it? And then he's like, holy crap, okay, what do you need for me to take it to the next level? And that sounds like a great partnership for you.
He's good, and especially because for him too, like he's also used to massive contracts. So he's used to massive numbers, and I had big
Yeah.
numbers in construction, but not the size he was used to. So
Oh
for
wow.
him,
Yeah.
he's a lot more relaxed about everything. Like for me, it's like, oh god, we just got another here's another $40,000 manufacturing
Right.
invoice. He's like, oh, okay, whatever, no problem.
Right.
This
You know,
bill just came in.
it's sometimes it's a bit boring to talk about the finances of these things, but I'm always intrigued with them, because it's a necessary evil when you're dealing with board game design. And we talked to Keith Mateka last week, about the struggles he went through with his second printings and third printings. How real is that struggle? And I mean, you want to sort of go over like some of the things you go through in that period of time.
Well, it's funny because for the large companies, it's probably a lot easier. But for companies
Right.
like me, like the way I can explain it to family and friends who knew, like the construction companies around for 10 years, and so contacts through there, would be it tradesmen or like I say, friends and family who I'm talking to about it, is I have to say, look, imagine if you had to buy every piece of construction material for the next 5 homes you're building for the next 3 years.
Right.
So like, yeah, maybe I need this many units. Okay, well that
Mhm.
one we've sold out, so we know that sold well, so we can get this many units. Well, this one's new. How many should we need of this? Well, if we buy it now, and especially because I'm Canadian, right? So the Canadian dollar is crap to the American dollar. Well, next month maybe it's better, maybe it's worse. So playing with those things is
Oh
it's
yeah.
it's definitely it's a big deal, and there's so many upfront costs.
I didn't even think about that. I didn't think about that as a Canadian creator. you're not working within the same market as we are. Your development and building and strategically putting those things together, you're all doing it based on the Canadian economic system and hoping that it's a one-to-one pairing with the United States, and that's not really the case.
I can't ever hope that it's a one-to-one pairing. I have to base all of my stuff off of the US, because the US for my business right now, the US is definitely my biggest market. My biggest support base is definitely out of the States. Our biggest numbers come out of the States. But it's even silly, like with Summit, I was dealing with Panda Games, who most people know, and they're out of Vancouver, Canada.
Right.
Thunder Bay, Ontario in Canada, and I'm still paying them in US dollars. Right? And you're like, what? Like, how does this? Like, doesn't make any sense. But that's also like it's the the monetary value that the world recognizes as well. So like we're paying China in US dollars and whatnot.
Right. Now what part of Canada are you out of? Or like what area are you in?
I like to mess with people because most people know where Toronto is.
Yes.
So what I'll say is, so take a plane and fly to Toronto, then get in a car and drive 18 hours north. Shit. And I'm like, yeah, but that's messing with you. You could also go to Minneapolis and drive 8 hours north, and that's where I would be. 4 hours north of Duluth.
You're quite high up there.
I mean, for us, it's not that bad. I mean,
right.
The cold doesn't bother me. I'm a northern boy.
Nice, very awesome. It just interesting. What kind of what's the local game scene like in your area? Is it existent, or is it something that?
But it's small. Like my town's 100,000 people.
Okay.
So it's a small town. We do have 2 game stores that are great, and they're both super supportive of me. One of them hosts our local con, ThunderCon, which I'm going to miss this year because I'll be at Essen at the same time. But I have buddies running my booth here, which is great. And then so that's Thunder Games and Gifts, and then the other big guy is the Game Shelf.
Okay.
And they've been fantastic as well. I did all my testing for Summit there. They let me store product in their warehouse for free. Like
that's awesome.
They've been great, and a really good group of very supportive, very loyal backers, play testers, and friends here too, which is nice.
That's phenomenal. So I'm going to move into some quick design questions for you, because I think we sort of touched on what Inside Up is and what you guys have done, and what sort of things you're planning for the future. Except for one thing, I will ask. Little Birdie told me that there's another expansion coming out for Summit. Is that true?
It's true. Yes. So we're gonna have there was a sneak peek of it at Gen Con. With my homemade prototype, as you mentioned earlier, because I make it myself. And then we'll have it at Essen as well to kind of tease people with it.
That's awesome.
So to give you the quick lowdown is that it's a Teams expansion, which makes sense and doesn't make sense to Summit players because they know you can already play it competitively or cooperatively. But what I'm actually doing is I'm creating a team variant that can be played with either mode. For example, you and I could be on a team playing competitively against Chris and Gil, or
team skirmish, basically.
Exactly. Or you and I could be on a team on the cooperative mode because it has different tracks and whatnot, playing against Chris and Gil in the cooperative mode.
Oh, okay.
Fun too, because I was nervous about it because I mean everything makes sense to me for the most part, but I'm always worried about what gamers think. And then so I was playing it with some of my demo team from Gen Con. My harshest critics, like Greg, if you're watching, who are fantastic, but they'll also they give me their honest piece of their mind, right, which is what you want.
Right.
And so he was playing it. At first, I was like, oh god, he's gonna hate it. And as he's playing it, he got so excited because you really feel like a team because the game already puts you in this survival atmosphere.
Yes.
Of like, are you gonna make it or not? And now you're doing that with someone instead of by yourself. Even in the cooperative game, you can either get left behind or you can sacrifice yourself. This one, it's a lot more like us versus them, which works really, really well. It makes it kind of fun to be, whispering to each other and plotting the other team.
It's definitely an interesting take on it because a team co-op where 2 teams square off against each other, going after a single objective, but the first one to sort of complete it is the winner. That's a really cool.
It works well. It works really well. Yeah. Which is funny too, because I like to say that Summit's competitive and cooperative and solo, and now it can even be semi-cooperative if you want to call it that. I really just got on my bases. And then for anyone who knows the game Summit, so I guess for those who don't, Summit's a survival game where you're racing up and down a deadly mountain, and where everything's going wrong. You've got to keep track of your supplies. You've got player boards that work within each other, tracking your oxygen, your food, your health, your speed, your weight. so on and so forth. It can be played as two sides of the board, and you're basically laying triangular tiles that connect up the board to make a new path up the mountain each time. And there's different types of tiles. There's thin air, there's icy, and there's neutral. And as you're laying those, you can use them to get up the mountain. You can use each other's. You have to ask permission in the competitive game, or you can leapfrog each other in the cooperative game. So there's all sorts of mechanics that's based a lot, very much in logic and very much in the theme of the game.
Right.
So what I've done in this expansion is I've created square tiles that are climbing ladders. So what ends up happening is you're able to lay these ladders on top of ropes, which you're not normally able to do. Is you can't lay tiles on top of tiles. These ladders, you can break previous game rules, and now you can lay a ladder over top of rope. And what that can do is it can get you out of a sticky situation. But just like the rest of the things in the game world, it has a weight to it. So the more weight you carry, the slower you move. Slower you move, the more time you're going to spend up on the mountain putting up with the elements. So it's a very small, simple tweak. But it works really, really well because what's going to end up happening is, and then there's rules to it as well. For example, you can't put it next to other squares. They can't be put next to other ladders because they don't work from the engineering standpoint. All these these little things. So you end up kind of on that balance of you don't want to play it too soon because you want it for later, but you don't. If you keep it too long, you might not get to play it.
And is this going to be directly available through your website? Is this going to be something that's going to be? How are you going to be releasing it?
Yeah, we'll kickstart it as well.
Oh, you're going to Kickstarter.
Yeah, we'll kickstart it as well, and then it'll come.
You're gonna have to come back, and I have to play this now because I haven't played Summit, and now this you have me very intrigued.
Summit can be a game. Luckily, most people seem to love it. Some hate it because you can just have a bad luck. You can have a bad event, but it's all very thematic. Like if you lose because the blizzard hammered you for the whole game and you ran out of food and twisted your ankle and got a stomach bug and threw up all over the mountain, like sorry, but that happens in real life.
But it happened.
It happens.
So that's a good transition point. Do you start with, when you're designing, do you start with mechanics or do you start with a theme?
So I really tried to make them both go hand in hand. But with Summit, so when I was thinking of a game idea, I really wanted to find a game idea that could work any way you played it. So I'm the guy in my group of family and friends who has to pick the game when people come over. And it can be rather annoying because like, okay, who is coming this time? Oh, okay, well, if they're here, I need something lighter. Oh, this guy's coming. Okay, well, then it needs to be a party game. Oh, she's coming. She wants something that's going to be meatier that way. So then picking that kind of right game for people. I wanted to really design one that could be played either way, so competitive or cooperative. And if no one shows up, you can play it solo.
So it's actually you actually design with not even a theme and mechanics really at the forefront in the beginning. You actually design based on the community that you want to be. You want to try to meet the demands of any community.
And that's also why I diversified my game portfolio in the same way, following it up with Vault Assault, which is a real-time dice checking game, which doesn't sit well with most Summit fans because they're so different games. And then Gorus Maximus, a trick-taking card game, right? So just very different areas.
But the theme for you as a creator is that every one of these games, you could sit down with any member of the board gaming community, and you'll have some within all that's the entire spectrum that will enjoy it. The hardcore gamers.
I want them to be having fun. That is the basis of my games. Is I want them to be fun. Even in Summit, you lose a lot, but it's fun when you're losing because you have a story at the end of it, right? So I want people to be enjoyed. I played so many games, and lately I've been playing so many 2-hour games.
Right.
You're just stressed, right? It's like, it's an engine builder, and I always tease my friends that I feel like I'm there with a rusty old socket set with the wrong size on it, slipping on my, and I look over and the guy's over there, he's built the damn mech, and I'm over there with myself being like, oh, I've just sliced my hand open with my wooden chisel, right? And by the time you're done, you're like, did I even enjoy that process? I won, but I'm stressed as hell. So that's the one thing is sure, Gorus and Vault Assault aren't the heaviest games, but you're gonna enjoy yourself when you're playing.
Well, and I think that's funny about it. And so Gorus, the core of Gorus, when we actually do get to crash the table in a little bit here, is just it's at its heart, it's a trick taking game. Historically, I'll be upfront about this. I have not really been fans of trick taking games because so many times there doesn't seem to be much depth in the theme. And it's really because what ends up happening is I'm playing, I'm like, oh, okay, this is like War, this is like Uno, you know what I mean? This is like the games I could play with a deck of cards. So I'm really interested to try this when we get to it. But I just want to mention that this is a very light type of game, but I think I can see where you're coming from, where there's a fun factor here that you don't see in some of those other games, and we'll get into that.
And also, I'll remind me to come back to it because I'm really bad for losing my train of thought. So for
Uh-huh.
Summit, the idea was I needed all those things to work, so I created a survival game. Because people can survive solo, they can survive as a group, they can survive
Right.
working together, and they can survive working against each other. And everyone's already done zombie games, post-apocalyptic games. Like they've done them
Yeah,
well,
yeah.
and so I needed to do something different. So that's where the idea for Summit came in. I knew I wanted a different style of game again. So I wanted to do something fast and fun. And I had this idea for cops and robbers game. And the first 10 versions of it,
Yeah.
I think were not heavy, but they were complicated. Like I had blueprints of banks and police stations, and you had smoke screens. You could put snipers on the roof. Like it was a little too much. And then everyone's my wife actually, she's like, don't you just kind of want a cop eating a donut? And I was like, yeah, like that's it. Yes, that is. And like that one line by her helped me kind of reset onto the thing. And then the funny
Right.
story for Gorus Maximus actually is that the true behind the scenes look at this was actually a game my wife and I developed on the beach in Thailand with a regular deck of cards 10 years ago. Designed it as a 2-player trick-taking game because it was just the
Okay.
two of us and we were traveling for a month and we were playing with it. And luckily my wife is way smarter than me and she wrote the rules to it in the back of our travel journal. And I
No
kind of
way.
forgot about it because I never would have guessed that I would grow up to be a game designer.
Of course.
Right. So I didn't really think about it. And then looking at the release schedule and the timing of games and development, because Summit's actually game one of a Karma trilogy,
Yep.
and the game two is going to probably come out in spring of next year or kickstart spring of next year.
Okay.
I was just looking at the time it takes, the size of the game, all this sort of stuff, and I was like, okay, I still need like some small games, and I've got a couple up my sleeve, but I need to like release them right at the right time. I didn't have a game that I was happy with,
Right.
and then my wife was like, well, what about 2 fried bananas? Because that's what we called it, because we'd eat 2 fried bananas on the beach while playing the game. And I was like, oh shit. I was like, but I don't remember how to play. And she's like, I think I wrote the rules down. So we pull it out. I'm like, holy hell. And we pull it out and I tried and it's still fun to play. But the issue was that it was like we had played it 2 to 4 players trick
Of
taking,
course.
primarily 2 players. And it was, probably half the game Gorus is now. And I was like, okay, like it's fun, but I need to make it 2 things, as awful as it sounds, is I need to make it more of a game with more depth of strategy.
Yeah.
So it has your interest longer, but I also need to market it. Like if it's just a game that you can play with a regular deck of cards and a cheat sheet, then no one's going to buy it.
Right.
So I need to make it into a game that you actually need stuff for. So then what I basically did is I flushed it out into being a much bigger game than it is now. And then I wanted to, again, for marketing reasons, is I wanted to see how far I can push the player count and still make it an enjoyable game.
Mm-hmm.
So I created this deck that scales
Oh,
the player count so that you always have 10 people playing.
okay.
Sorry, so you always have 10 cards in your hand,
Right.
regardless of player count. And we tested it quite a bit, and it worked awesome from 2 to 8 players. And it actually wasn't until the Kickstarter campaign where a gentleman who I'd never met before named Timothy Gay had got a print play copy that I had sent out into the wild to get people's reactions on, and he
Mm-hmm.
played it and gave it a glowing review. Loved it and said it was the best trading game he's ever played.
Okay.
And he actually reached out to me with a couple ideas for solo variants to the game.
Yep.
The first one didn't make a lot. No, sorry, someone else did. The first one that someone else offered me was a bridge variant for solo bridge, but it doesn't
Okay.
work because in Gorus Maximus, it's not about taking every trick. It's about taking
Okay.
the right tricks.
Right.
So the solo bridge variant, I'm a bridge player with my parents as well, so that doesn't work. And then Timothy Gay reached out to me and said, well, what about this? I've been playing it and it works. So I played his solo variant and it was good, but I always won. And like solo gamers like to be kicked in the crotch. Like they don't want to win easily.
Right. Of course.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
So what I ended up doing is as you still use 1 to 3 players.
Okay.
And what you have to do is the deck leads a card, the player plays a card, and then the deck plays a second card, abiding by all of the rules of the regular game. On the one simple change I made, and again, keeping with the theme, is I thought if a crowd was watching a gladiator fight and the
Mm-hmm.
gladiator, that the one manager gladiator always won, they're going to think
Right.
it's rigged and they're not going to trust it.
Right.
And if you win, then you end up losing completely. So what you have to do is you have to take one of the -4 crowd favor.
Okay.
You have to win one of those and still win the hand. So it'll make sense when people can see the cards in
Yeah,
front of them.
we'll see that when we get to. And actually, we're just about to crash the table. Before we crash the table, I do want to mention to everybody watching. Sorry to do this, Conor, but I do want to get to mention it. We are doing a giveaway for the retail version of Gorus Maximus, the game we're going to be playing tonight on the show. Just throw the word giveaway up in chat. If you've already done it, we're good. We have your name. If you're new to the stream, you're watching for the first time, or you just jumped in, please put giveaway in chat to have a chance to win the game we're playing tonight, the retail version of it. And with that, if you're ready, are you ready to go to the table? Because it's definitely a natural transition at this point. So here we are at the table, and we have the ever wonderful Chris Walters and the glorious, crazy Gil Mello. Gil and Chris, welcome, guys. How you guys doing?
I just realized I was muted. But what I said was, "Oh my gosh, you complimented me." I'm not used to.
I did. Well, there's a reason. I got to butter you up for this one because I want to win.
Oh, because you're gonna win.
Yes. Well, no, because I want to, and I need to start on your good side, and then maybe it'll give me a few points before you actually absolutely hate me by turn 4 or something. You know what I mean?
Be careful, Chris. Is the whole bread and circus thing. He's starting. It's distracting.
I'm so sorry.
So you
don't pick me. It's okay. For those of you who are not familiar with this strategy, that is the Chris Walters strategy. I beg and plead and whine until people take it easy on me, and then I win.
Yeah, he feigns
Whining
pain.
Is an understatement.
Yeah, that is an understatement. It definitely is. Chris, flat out, there is. He has good lighting on his webcam. I took a note from that. I actually changed so you could see tear formation on the corners of his eyes during some of these games, and it's so believable. And I feel he tugs at my heartstrings. And when I'm doing everything else, I'm so distracted. I'm just like, okay, I'll take care of him. I feel bad, and then before you know it, 15 minutes later, he's like, you guys are horrible.
I don't think I've ever said that.
He likes the distraction. Oh, look how many points he has. Oh, Will is ahead of the time now. I can count the points. There's no point in this game. What points are you counting?
So anyway,
I will say that Artemis Project, I did call that I was not going to win, even though you all thought I was. So
yeah, by 1 point, and it was very, very close.
I mean,
it was very close. Much closer than you were letting on. You're like, oh, I'm probably on last. I mean, Will's probably gonna beat me.
Will didn't.
Excuse me.
Was it mentioned? Maybe I missed whose artwork is on the cards for.
Oh no, we did not mention the artist. Go ahead,
awesome.
Conor.
That full minute or two there. The last I heard was you guys asking about artwork, and it's Quanchai Moria.
Okay.
Okay.
He made something very gore but cute at the same time.
Cute.
It's a hard thing to achieve. To have it. That's the fine line of, a hyena or whatever that animal is, with bloods and stuff. But at the same time, is not horrendous. It's hard to explain because
there's some cute gore. Now you guys are actually seeing my screen cap here, guys. So you're going to see Will's screen cap during this game. Pretty much because the guys here at Geekspiel were like, we know Will cheats all the time, so we want to make sure the audience keeps him honest. It was one of those things that. So they're eating cute arms. They're choking on cute skulls. The lion is hacking up the remains of multiple various beasts and beings. It definitely has a cute gore feel to it.
To jump in quickly with the question you'd asked before,
yes.
though, is that so? This is one of the few times where I had created the game, and as I developed it, I actually was going to go for a voodoo, deep woods, New Orleans feel, and it was actually going to be called Switch Doctor because of the ability to switch Trump mid trick.
Okay.
And so when I met Quanchai at Gen Con last year, I think was when we met, because he loved Summit's art. And then so I was like, well, I'm a big fan of yours, and I'd love to work together. So him and I kept in contact, and we're bouncing ideas off each other. And I basically said, look, this is a theme I have right now, but it started off as 2 fried bananas. This could be anything. Wanted to do that you haven't done.
Ladies and gentlemen, 2 fried bananas right here. 2 fried bananas. But so let's
sell quite as well.
let's go ahead and move right into the gameplay here. So if you don't mind, why don't you walk us through what's going to happen here on a turn? So go ahead.
Yeah, sure. So you know what? I'm going to cheat. I'm going to come over and look at your screen, so because people can't see my screen. Okay, there. So perfect. So if you bring your cursor up to the middle, so in the middle of the table, there's the preferred school card. So that's next to the chips in the middle, and that will exactly. So that basically is to help people keep track of what trump is, because trump changes throughout the game, including during a trick itself, and that's one of the things that makes the game fun to play. Exactly. So we'll be using that sword to basically keep track of what's going on.
Very awesome.
So what happens is it's an 80 card deck. And there are 16 cards in those 5 suits you see there. Note that deck is scaled to the player count. So with 4 of us right now, we're each going to have a 10 card hand of a 40 card deck, all cards in play. So we will have the 4 suits where I think we have blue, pink, green, and brown in play, and no yellow. And then our cards will rank from low to high, 0, and then 4 through 12. And then if you look at your cards, exactly. So if you look at your cards, you'll see that the cards have different values on them. So go to the line if you want.
Okay, we'll look at this line here.
So if you look at that line, so below the number 9, and then the icon for the suit is a number 2. That's going to be worth 2 victory points, or sorry, it's 2 crowd favor in this game.
Okay.
And it's going to be whoever has the most crowd favor at the end of the round that earns one of those tokens in the middle of the table. So it's the value of the trick itself, not just the number of tricks you take. Now, if you go to that 8 you have, this is actually the perfect teaching hand. If you go to that 8 on the far left.
Ooh.
Of 4, and that's what makes the game fun. Is that
so the crowd isn't happy that this team won, basically.
They don't want the prisoners in there. It's a crap show that they're booing you off stage if you throw a prisoner in there, which is what you would do when Gil's winning the trick. You're going to feed him that crap card.
I like how you said when Gil wins the trick. That is exactly right. I love that right there.
So that's the -4, and then if you close that down and go to the martyr, the young lady covered in blood with her fists in the air in the middle.
Okay, she's pretty awesome. That's an awesome art piece.
/5, and what that means is that all the martyrs are worth 0 points.
Okay.
Except for the 0 of the preferred school. So except the 0 of trump at the end of the game. So X out of there so we can see that preferred school card in the middle of the table again.
Okay. Looking at this. Yep.
Exactly. So at the start of the game,
what is the badass girl there like?
So the badass girl, there's a number that says /5. It's worth 0 unless it's the school. Whatever the game ends in a preferred school. If you have this trick in your pile of tricks that you've taken, and it lands on that preferred school. So in this case, she's on the brown school, the little blade right here. So if the game ends with that, she's actually worth 5. Any ones that I have of that color will be worth 5 that are that type of card that has like a 0/
and that would be the
number.
Only one. There's 1 0 in each suit. So so Gil, if you take the blue 0 earlier in the game, you're going to try to manipulate the preferred school to be blue when the game ends.
Okay.
Strategy. Now, how does manipulating the suit work?
Okay.
So basically, at the start of the game, what's going to happen is one of us will lead. Now that we've all seen Will's cards, we'll let him lead. He'll throw a card onto the table, and that will set the preferred school for the game. Okay, so he throws out of the pink 5 or whatever he wants to throw.
Yep. Let's see.
What do you want?
Yeah, we're gonna do that little gator.
A trick, yeah. See, so what he's done is he's set it to green, which is exactly right. And as a tip to any new players, you want to lead under that 8 so you don't eat it. It would have been a bad move of Will to throw it at 10, 11, or 12 because then someone's just going to throw their 8 on top of them.
Right now so in trick taking, and remind me because I'm not really acclimated to trick taking. Higher the suit, the lower the value, and then the lower the suit or the lower the number, the higher the value. Is that correct?
So this is very straightforward. So this is 0 is the lowest value of the game in the rank of the gladiator. So that martyr is weaponless, but she's the most valuable in the crowd favorite because the crowd loves the martyr.
I see it. Got it.
Whereas you don't have any, unfortunately for you, but you'll see the 10s, 11s, and 12s are going to be the heavily armored Radiaris and the Secutor and the Amazon warrior. And so they're going to be higher up.
And those will
basically follow the suit. You basically follow the suit and try to get the highest card. And everybody has to, and can you lie or you must follow the suit?
One rule. So you must follow the suit if able. So in this
Okay.
instance, everyone must play green. Now, let's say, for example, that someone throws out the green 7, then someone throws out the green 12. If I have the green 11, because it's green, or you always have the ability to match the rank of the last card played. So in that example, the 12 green was played. If I played a 12 blue, sword moves to blue, and immediately the preferred school is blue, and I would be winning that trick.
Okay.
You have to follow suit or match the rank. If you can't follow suit, you don't have to match rank ever if you don't want to, but you can.
If you want to challenge and
follow
change it to suit. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. And if you don't have any of the suit being asked for, that's when you can slough. You could throw away color of another card you don't want.
So it's kind of good to eliminate some colors of your hand, so you can. That's
exactly right. So you'd short suit yourself, just like a smart Trump player.
All right. Jared mentioned in chat just that Kiwachi, or I'm sorry if I murdered that name. The artist. What's the last name?
Chai Moria.
Okay. Kwachai. Yes?
Kwanchai Moria.
He also did artwork for Flip Ships, Cryptid, and Catacombs. Were the things he mentioned.
He did Dinosaur Island. He did a whole bunch of stuff.
Oh, okay, excellent. So I think we're ready to rock and roll now that everybody knows my hand.
I need to win this first round, so I'm glad I know what your cards are.
Yeah, it's perfect.
The game plays fast, so we could also play and we not count this.
That's kind of what I'm thinking here. Give me some type of advantage, maybe. All right, so let's go ahead now. These markers here are what?
So you need 3 of those to win.
Okay.
Oh, he's good. If you look at them and take it, you can flip it over. Boop! It's a 2 on the other side.
Okay.
12 poker chips in the final game. Boom.
And that's pretty much so. The way it works is we go through the deck multiple times, then, and the winner, like each time we score, and if you win the first one, you get that, and then if you win the second time, you move it to a 2, and if the next time you win, the game's over. Got it. Okay, cool.
I'll let you know when I win.
That's love letter-esque in that respect. Got it. Okay. So we'll start with the 5. So the 5's on the table. It looks on my screen that Tiny Rhino Chris Walters is going to be next. Is that correct, Chris?
I am.
Maybe we should tell everybody our colors because it's different thing. I'm blue,
and you guys can't see it on the actual stream. So I am red. Chris is yellow. Gil is green, and
Gil is blue. I'm green. Sorry about that.
Is everybody's bag in the same spot? Is yellow in the upper right, green in the bottom right?
I believe so. I believe they don't. That does not change with Tabletopia.
Left and red is upper left.
Yes.
Then if we use those, I think I'm blue, so I'd play after green, correct?
You play after green. So basically, yeah. I started. Then it goes to Chris yellow, then Gil green, and then you blue. That's the way it'll work. All right, everybody good? Are we all on the same page? Everybody who's at the table? Okay. So go ahead, Chris Walters, go ahead and place your card on top of my card.
Well, I'll just place it kind of.
Well, because is that normally the way you play? Do you play it in front of you, or do you play it right in the middle?
What I recommend, especially at higher player counts, I recommend playing in front of it. Because right now, sorry, who just played, Chris or Gil?
Chris. So I'm playing my. You're saying play right here in the middle, or play in front of your.
I'm saying imagine it's a Coliseum, playing it in a circle.
Oh, okay.
What's happening is you can still see the first card played, but now when Gil goes to follow Chris, he can either play a green or a 7. Because if he plays a 7, he's changing trump.
Cool. All right. We got an 11 green from Gil.
Gil, let's hope that Conor doesn't have that 8 for you.
And you can hear the crowd sort of.
If he does, he will spend it right away on the first round. That's fine.
The crowd favor goes up a little bit, so
you guys see my card or no?
I did not see the card you played. Oh, now we do.
Just as a teaching point, if I play this card right now, I win the trick having the highest green.
Correct.
I'm going to show you guys my hand as well. Yes. That's when I match the rank. Brown, and I would still win the trick.
Oh, so you can challenge my card. You don't have to challenge the first card only. I thought only the first card.
No, it has to be the last card played. So in the same example, if I did that and then Will happened to be after me, he could play another 11 and change it right away.
Now the question is, if I stayed suit, could I be kind of mean and drop this in there and force you to take it?
If you didn't have green, because green is still being called for. Great question.
Oh, so when you played 11, did that not change?
No, it's changing trump. It's not changing what's being led or called for.
Really? Okay, so then I'm gonna have to adjust to that. So basically, green was what started everything out. Trump changes, but green is still the trump.
Right,
so
and that's
green is still
the first play.
and that's why it's important
Okay.
for you to eliminate some colors, because like let's say if you don't have green anymore, you could play a trump, and that's the only way you would be able to play a trump off the color.
right, and that's the problem. So like, and so what ends up winning? Does the color win, or does the trump like? So are you trump? Are you the win and trump in this position right now at brown?
That's right. Yes. This was the next trick, and brown was trump, and we played green. High green wins because there is no trump.
Okay. Wait, I don't see your card. Go ahead, put it out again.
Oh, sorry. So
okay, that would win. Okay, yes, that would win. Now, if somebody dropped like a 12 of another color, would green still win, or would the 12 of the other color now become win trump?
Only if it's exactly the same card. If it's a 12 brown, for example, then he would change it to trump.
So 12 brown would still win, and it would become the trump.
That's right.
Okay.
So I'll take this back because it's a better teaching. So I'm going to do that. I'll put my brown there like I had it.
Yep.
So trump changes and points, right? So right now I have 1 victory point on that card, 1 victory point on that card.
Now, it doesn't go back to me?
No, that's a hand.
Trick. Yeah, that's a hand, exactly.
Just like you're playing any type of trick-taking game. It's the hand,
okay.
It's cleared, and it starts like think of like spades, things like
right.
that.
So again, I'm not really familiar with trick-taking games, so that's why for this it's a little bit it's a new thing for me.
Honestly,
but I'm now
you'll play one hand and it'll make sense. Don't worry.
Right. Okay. So I mean, since I go first, I'm always the one that goes first now for the rest of the game.
Nope.
You don't, because I won the trick.
Got it. Okay.
I won the trick, and now even though trump is brown, I can play any card I want.
Okay.
Playing this card will not change what trump is. Only the first card of the round does that.
Okay.
Now I can play whatever I want, but it's still going to mean trump is brown unless someone challenges. To look back at one trick if they want, but not further back than one trick. And I should actually flip those over. So I'm going to try to piss somebody off because a whole bunch of green was played. I'm going to see if I can find that brown green. 8 green.
All right. So you're playing a green of 4. And then I'll play this. Go ahead, Chris.
Hang on to the 8, smart. Ooh, Gail, you got it? Gail? Oh, you have a 0. You would love him. What's going on there? They're helping each other.
No, Gil's not my friend.
Believe me, that's the last thing I would want to do.
And Trump is still brown, right?
So that's an example where now Chris is going to want to
keep... I missed. What was the last card?
So you played a 0, and
what was the last card?
The last card was what Chris played, which was an 11 or a 10, right?
It was a 10.
Okay,
it was a 10, which gives him 1 point, 1 victory point, and then potentially if it moves back to green before the game's over, he gets another 5 points for having that.
Yeah. So that's one of my goals, is to make this end.
Keep it green.
Exactly.
So then Chris
Gil,
Walters,
you were right. Had you played a 10, Gil, you would have won the trick, changed trump, and had 2 points, 1 for each of the 10s.
Mm-hmm.
That's one hand.
He's like, that's one hand. So Chris Walters, you go ahead and start.
Sorry, they got all wonky.
Look at you. Why worry about it? We can look at it later.
Just want to show off my trick.
Yeah. I made a mistake.
Exactly.
I was more focused. I was so focused on my strategy of eliminating colors of my hand, and I realized I shouldn't have played at 0.
All right. Chris Walters starts with a 5 blue fist to Gil. Go ahead, sir.
5.
Just to let you know, my gator is like really, savage.
He is pretty.
Real savage gator.
is that like a whip
Oh.
hand just on the bottom there, severed?
Right. Yeah, he's eating the hand.
Gil plays a 5 brown, moving Trump
Interesting.
to
No, it
back,
stays in brown.
keeping it
Stays
keeping it
in
brown.
brown.
And
So I have
then
to play blue if I've got it, or I could play crocodile. And I'm trying to
That's
think of what
correct.
Gil's trying to set up here.
that is correct.
Interesting.
Oh, wait,
All right.
but I can change the color. I can change the trump even if I have the color, right?
That is a legal move. Even if you have blue, you're fine.
Mm.
Not
Not that I have
Okay, I'm just
blue.
gonna do
I'm
this
just
Kitsume asks, "Where's the killer bunny?"
All right, Will. If you got that 8 blue, feed it to him.
Well, I'm looking to see what I'm rocking here.
Give it to Gil.
no,
Let him
don't
see
give it
that
to me.
negative-
I don't need
let him
it.
See that -4.
So that's the thing. So at this point, 5 brown is taking it because it's Trump, and so even though you put a 7, the 7 does not beat out that 5.
No,
Because it's
because of the trump. Yeah.
Got it.
The 8
So-
blue, I
So
would
the
play-
color,
so
the color,
Gil,
the
go
color
ahead,
always
sir.
win. So the color. So what happens is the color always follow by number, unless you play the trump. The trump is or color, so all the other colors wouldn't be part of it.
Got it. Unless you have a higher Trump, and
Yeah.
that would then take it from.
Right.
Okay, got it.
All right. You're
Okay.
a jerk.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Early
And
birthday
then-
present.
Early, happy birthday, Gil. And then Gil wins that trick, so he starts off the
Correct.
round or this turn, whatever you want to call it. What terms do you use? So overall, this game that we're playing right now is that
It's a-
considered a round?
It's a round, and then each hand is a bout.
About okay,
Fighting
we're
your
fighting
team.
it out. We're
Exactly.
duking it out. We're duking it out.
Tabletop is pretty neat. I hadn't used it before, but I'm surprised there's not faster ways of doing things like collecting a trick.
Yeah,
have to drag them.
we'll talk after this, and we'll.
There is a faster way.
Yeah, not necessarily within the system, but we'll talk. All right.
Kick us
Who
off,
is-
Gil.
Come on, Gil. Come on, Gil.
I'm trying to think. Sorry, I was All right, here he goes. 4 blue.
Okay, 4 blue for Gil. I'm just gonna move it in the middle of the table so everybody can sort of see it as we're doing the stream here. So 4 blue for
8's already fallen, so I'm probably gonna lose this card, aren't I? I'm gonna lose this 10.
Ruh-roh. That's a 10. That's a 10 brew. And then what's happening? Okay, now it goes to me. So I have to stay within blue, or Trump,
turn.
right?
Or change the trump.
Or change the trump.
Or the move now, we'll be playing a 10 because you know the blue 8's already gone.
Right. Now if I don't have a 10 or a blue, what do I do?
Down and
Maybe.
Trump and win the trick.
Beautiful.
8.
Wow. So you're taking that though, right?
Yeah, I don't care.
You're missing the point.
I couldn't say.
I mean, no, I don't think I am.
No, he is missing the point. though.
Okay, yeah. I was gonna
Yeah.
say,
Yeah.
I think that.
I know I get -4 for this. I want cards in front of me.
Okay.
Because I know
Well,
if I
that's
put
not
down
too
the other,
bad.
if I put down the other brown, I know you would have taken it from me in some way and somehow.
Nice to you.
He was
That's
being
not
very
too
nice to
bad.
me.
There's
No,
a
I had to. I
only
had to.
negative
I had to
10.
play within blue. So
Oh, you see, he was like, he was
I could
reversed.
have been nicer to you. I was.
Did
not.
you have a brown? Because at that point, he could do a higher brown, right?
No, I still.
Yeah,
If I have blue, I still have to play within blue.
Okay, but if you had if you had a Trump brown though, couldn't you? You couldn't play a Trump brown.
He can only play. It has to be exactly the same card, just different color.
Yeah,
That is the last play. Yeah.
I still don't get it. That's why I have trouble with these, but I will get it eventually, maybe. So I started out. Go ahead.
You go. You
so I'll
first.
warn you because it happens every game. When Chris feeds Gil an 8, don't play an 8 on top of an 8
Right.
and take both of the 8s. And I've seen it happen.
No. He can play an 8. Let him play the 8.
So by me playing this 6 pink, that doesn't change Trump. We're just everybody has to stay in pink now.
Yep, everyone has to stay in pink unless you don't have it, or you can challenge it.
The thing that'll make it the most sense to you, Will, is that in this game, going last is the best position to be in.
Right. No, I understand that. It's just that I don't understand when there's a suit change, because I think in my mind I'm programmed into.
Oh, the suit changed one. See, on the last card, if you play a 4, I could, like, let's say it's my turn. If I play a 4 blue that matched the last card,
Right.
then
If you play a 4 blue, he could still play a pink 9 and still win it. No,
He
that's right.
has
No.
It has to be.
he has to follow the suit or play the same card that the last player did.
Right, but so if you play a 4 blue and he plays a higher number pink, does he win or you win?
I do, because I just changed I changed the trump.
And if he plays a higher level blue off of your pink.
Oh,
Or,
then
sorry,
he changed the trump again, basically.
Right, but if you put 4 blue off of this 4, right?
Then we would change it to trump to blue. So blue would be the trump of the game. So the color blue would be trumping any of the calling
Right.
color.
So, and then he'd have to play a higher number blue to take all the cards. Then is that correct?
No,
which I could only do if I had no pink.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. We'll keep going. But again, this is because and what happens with me is my mindset is within Uno. Whenever you change a suit, then it stays that suit for the rest of that round.
Yeah, I understand what you say, but
that actually would happen during teachings. People would be like, "Oh, so it's like Uno," and I made the mistake of saying yes because
right,
way of
right. And I think
not.
because I'm not in the forest. My wife and I bought it because it was one of those games that everybody's like, "Oh, you got to get this. It's trick taking," and I played one game and I was like, I don't get it, and I never played it again. My wife enjoyed it, but I didn't, and I think this was the confusion part was for me.
So just to say, you are correct. He would have to play a higher blue then to win the game, but he only can play the higher blue if he doesn't have pink, or
he's locked. So basically, that person in the third and second position. Well, let's say so the third person changes to the blue. That fourth person is pretty much screwed out. If they have a pink, even if it's a higher number pink, you're still winning with a lower number blue.
Right, but as the game goes, we'll have less card on our hand, and that's why I was trying to eliminate color so I could play a trump off hand.
Okay, so I maybe we'll see. I'm probably gonna make 1,000 more mistakes as we play this game tonight. So
you're getting it better already. That what you just said made sense.
Yeah. Okay.
Ooh, yeah, well, I'll take that.
You will. I think is rigged. Like how many 12s do you have on this game?
Well, I created the setup, so I made sure that every fourth card was a good one.
There you go. Every fourth card was that.
Just because I bragged on the chat, I know.
That's what it was. That's what it was.
The downside is I'm going to run out of ways to avoid the 8s pretty soon. Well, let's mess with Trump then.
Okay, so you're dropping and a 6 within the Trump suit.
Mm-hmm. So it's both the collar and the Trump right now.
Yeah, and this is kind of sucks for me, but I'm gonna have to play it. I have to play that. So there you go.
Ooh, that changes things.
And Chris Walters drops the 4 of Brown, which is still Trump suit.
Oh, you're just giving it to Gil. No wonder he was gonna win.
There you go.
I couldn't do anything about that.
Lower cards. I mean, come on.
And then Gil takes it. And
let's just leave it the way it is.
So now Gil,
hopefully Connor's done with 12s. My goodness.
Okay, wow. Oh boy.
But now I'm gonna eat it. Oh, shit.
That's you, Conor.
I'm looking at it. I'm looking at a 12.
Right.
It's going to happen. So I'm going to be
the question is, do I or...
Oh, wow.
Oh, 12.
So I changed it to green, but now I'm being 8 if that player doesn't
and it has to stay brown for me because that
Come on, that's 8. Yeah. Come on, 8. Come on, 8.
Yes.
Let's see that 8.
There it is.
So many points. So many points.
Come on, don't give it to him.
What do we say we need an 8?
It needs to be a brown. Or green?
You don't have any brown?
I have no brown.
Excellent.
You want
excellent.
to triple check? Okay, so he just
I'm pretty sure.
Could you triple check your hand? I mean,
That's good. That at least
Towards
it was
0.
washed for him because he already has 2 points in that deck there.
yeah. And I'm sorry, Jared. I'm trying to sort of manage everything else here, so I will keep the camera here. I'll try to anyway.
Our guys are going to be wanting to keep track of what the preferred school is and what zeros you've taken.
Right. And 6 of blue. I have no green, no blue. Rip me.
Sixes? No, you just said that.
No, I could just put that out, I guess.
Yeah. Just
If you had any other 8s, you could make me eat an 8 too at this time.
Nope.
You suck, Will.
I would
Where's
have.
the 8?
I'm trying to think. I think the blue 8's come out already, right?
I'm pretty sure it has.
There's only 1 left.
Gil, what are you doing?
Yeah,
Gil's
Gil's not
yeah, but Chris Walter still didn't put his up.
Oh.
Actually, the highest is a 6 right here, so I'm going to take it with this 9.
You didn't see that.
Okay.
There you go. Here you go.
I'll play a 9.
All right.
Oh Lord.
And so Chris Walters takes that one, and he starts it out, putting me last. With no discernible advantage at this point.
That's making me.
Well, if we play one more
hurt
hand and
inside.
you're getting it or loving it, we can switch to team play. And then
No. It's okay because this is on it. Like Matt mentioned it in chat. This is the way I learn. So there's some pain in the beginning, but I am okay with that. That's how. When I make mistakes, then I punch myself in the head a few times, and I don't make them again.
Did that? Okay. Is that Chris?
Yeah, that is Chris with the 8 pink.
Swearing on this, or can I swear at him?
You could no swearing. You could edit yourself.
I got all the zeros on this game.
There you go.
That's a genius dick move if you're paying attention to the cards.
Yes, it is. Here you go.
Ooh, that's excellent, Chris.
I was hoping.
Although my goal is to win, my second goal is that Chris doesn't win. So I have like mixed feeling right now.
Right.
Oh shit! I mean, oh poop.
Good. I'm happy about that.
Get out of here.
I'm not happy about that.
That's 2 points.
I had that martyr.
I am happy about that.
I had that martyr.
Please, Gil, do not have a 9.
I only have a 7.
Oh,
yes!
Oh, what a big finish. I may have won it for you right there. Just take your cards and separate
we
your
finished on
points.
pink, so that
hurts.
All right, so yeah, there's an easy way to spread out the cards, per se.
I don't even need to count because I know I didn't win that hand.
So I ended up with a 3. These 2 are negated by this, so I ended up with 3.
Me too.
So I'll just go around real quick. So I ended up with 3. Chris Walters, you're counting yours. I'm going to turn the camera real quick. Sorry, guys, but I know he's counting this way. Chris Walters ended up with a 3 as well, and
we don't need to. No, don't worry about my score. It's fine. Don't worry.
What? Oh, what? So you ended up with. You got a 1. So that would means that
I have 16 cards.
So what happens when there's a 3-way split like that? All of us had 3 points.
All of us get the win for the round.
No,
right?
that's someone's counting wrong. There's not that many points available.
I said I got -3, not 3.
Oh, you had -3. Chris Walters, what did you have? You had 3, right?
I think so.
So counting wrong. There should be 9 points available.
Yeah, because I had a -4 and 1. So
Will, are you counting right?
So I had these are 2.
You counting wrong. I have the 0 right there. So I have 6 points. Oh, now I feel like a jerk because I actually won. Yoink.
Oh,
dang it.
All right, yeah. The creator counted wrong. Okay, cool.
Shh, don't tell anybody.
Cool. Yeah, nobody will know. Nobody.
He was trying to be nice.
Is there a way to gather cards in this or no?
No.
Actually,
yeah, there is. You have to just wait till they turn the right color.
Yeah, exactly.
The card underneath has to turn the right color.
Yeah, but I gotta figure out.
Orange
where I
shade.
put it.
It's usually where your hand is.
Usually.
It's not that time.
I am looking. Oh, wait. I think I had it. There it goes. Okay, good.
Go ahead, go.
How you select everybody on the tabletop?
Shift and click and drag.
Because I'm so used to.
I got you, Gil.
I got.
Oh, or I got one.
Where I'm dropping this here.
You wait. Nope. You gotta wait for it to turn
No
orange
grouping
underneath.
in this.
Here, I got it. No, I don't.
No,
No.
taking the wrong stack. There you go.
There we go. And then go ahead, yellow. And then I will drop these last two reds. There we go. There it is. We did it, guys.
I'm so used to if the
We figured
shortcuts
it
from
out.
the tabletop simulator, and then you go like, no, that's not it. G
Right.
for group, no, it's not it.
Yeah, no, not it. Okay, so we have the shuffle. That's done. Who starts this round? I won the last one. Do I start it, or how's that work?
Left of you.
No, you overall. Oh, so I started the last one. So the person to my left, you said?
I dealt last time, so you led. Now we're pretending you dealt, so your left leads.
I lead.
Okay. Go ahead, sir.
Yep, I gotta see what the heck I've got.
It's the first card of the round, so he's going to set trump at the beginning of the game too.
Yes, he is.
Just lead the
Set
right
it
thing,
right,
Chris.
Chris. Set it right.
So, lead it correctly. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. Set it right,
Let's
Chris.
see. Can I do what I think? I think I can.
He
Yeah.
thinks he can. He
Why
thinks
don't
he
y'all
can.
Why don't y'all take that?
Oh, that's actually that's a start. That's something.
That's a screwed up thing.
That is a screwed up thing. So that actually sets the trump to blue.
You understand why it's screwed up in a second.
Sure.
I have a lot of cards in blue. I know exactly what is out there.
I know what's out there.
I know what you did last summer. Well, I'll just play that one here.
Oh, so you have no blue?
Bastard. Sorry.
I mean,
No blue.
I wouldn't be a problem. I mean, maybe my mom lied to me.
Wow, Gil, you really have no blue?
You have no
That's
blue?
awesome. Impressive.
All the
Let's focus
cards
on Chris. Let's focus on Chris.
Okay, so this would have been a wonderful card to play. 8, but now because some jerk before me, you
So
suck.
that's the interesting thing. So that 4 doesn't take it though, because blue is trump, and
Right.
Sorry.
It's just a garbage that I throw away.
well, then I mean, there you go, Chris.
No, wait, hold on, take your card back.
Oh, okay.
This is what I wanted to play because it was under his 8, but Gil played it. So now if I play this, I'm matching it.
He becomes
So
Trump.
then it becomes
That's
okay.
fine. It's higher. Never mind. We'll do that.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Okay, but so now blue stays trump, and his number is higher, so he still takes it. He takes that.
Will,
8.
where's your card?
That's my card right there. You're taking that.
Dang it. Oh, I thought I had it. I thought I had it figured
That was
out.
my only card lower.
Oh, was it?
When he let a 4, I was like, "Are you kidding me?"
I thought I had it. I really did.
I do like the weight of the crowd, because it does change a lot of what you're going to play. It's not based on the amount of tricks you're taking. It's based on the weight of the tricks you're taking, which is cool.
And it's funny because I played at Origins. We played a ton with euchre players, and they'd play the first hand, and they'd have all these euchre habits that they're used to playing.
Right.
And then the second hand, they'd stop, and they'd be like, "Oh no, I can't do that."
So that is a 6 to you, Gil. 6 brown to you. 6 pink.
Holy Gil!
Moves the trump to pink.
Well, it was Gil's birthday. You guys said.
No.
Before?
That's an 8. Okay. I will try. Hold on. Can we move these down? I'm trying to keep everything sort of. So this was Chris Walters, the 6. Then Gil played the 6, changing trump to 6. Conor then dropped the -4, which is the 8 card here, the -4. So if Gil wins it, he takes that -4. And I think I'm okay with that. So I'm going to go ahead and put that 4 there. So Gil, enjoy that -4.
-4. Ah, the one I got.
Yeah. So that was your take.
That's fine.
And then Gil's gonna launch his with the first card.
Yes, I will.
So do me a favor, guys, who are putting the cards out. If you can, try to make them face the audience here. So like Gil, that was perfect. Connor, that yours have been perfect. Chris, W.
That's
You
why
might
I
want
moved
to.
the token so we can put it right around the middle
Yeah,
card.
we'll just put it around the middle card here. That way, everybody can sort of
Mm.
see without me having to zoom in and out too much.
Come on, points. That's
5
not a point.
brown.
That's not a point.
5.
Go points.
5 brown. I will
Where are
follow
those
that.
points?
Oh, sorry, Gil. Did you want my 9 with 2 points on it?
That's exactly what I
There you
wanted.
go, Gil.
All right. I know there's no 8 brown anymore, so
No, I will take that. Thank you.
What a shuffle! You guys are short
Oh,
suited like crazy.
He'll take that with because it's Trump.
The Trump. Yep. And I
So
don't
you
have
can
a
take the
brown.
Trump. Okay, all right.
because he
Oh,
doesn't
didn't
have brown.
He doesn't have brown. Got it. Wow, that's like double. So like if it wasn't the Trump, he wouldn't have taken it at all.
I wasn't
You-
expect he didn't have brown so early.
Right. Wow.
Yeah, Gil, I wasn't expecting you wouldn't have a blue so early.
Right. Yeah. Turn 1. So Chris Walters is going to lead it. Pink is still Trump. Here we go. 5 green. 5 green from Chris Walters.
I'm so afraid
Gil.
now.
Gil, what are you going to put out there?
Green
you
8
gonna put
didn't
out
come
there?
out yet. That's the problem.
Gil, I promise if you play high, I don't have the 8 green.
I promise.
I don't know if I trust him.
So
I'm
that means if
Canadian.
you
We're
do-
nice.
Oh yeah.
11. Okay.
Card. Oh, it was hidden.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, there it is. There it is. And you know what, Gil? There's potential that this will help you later, maybe. So there you go, my friend.
He's being sweet. I
Sweet
must have
play.
dirt on Will.
Huntress 1, thanks for the sub.
Little trick
All
there?
right.
What the heck?
For anybody who just joining us, we are giving away a copy of this game, the retail version of it. Just throw up the word giveaway in chat for a chance to win. We'll be announcing the winner at the end of the stream this evening. What do you got? A 12? That's cute. Who put the 12 out there?
Gil's got all the
I
high
don't.
cards. So you have no green?
Oh, poop.
Or you can play a
Look at
7.
you.
Got a 7 of another color.
I
Poop.
need those 2 points now.
Poop.
Come on, Chris.
Hey, Gil, thanks for those 2 points.
Oh my god. So he changed Trump to blue.
Yep.
Wait.
Very good. Very good. Gil's like, wait, what did he
No,
do?
no, but hadn't we changed the Trump on the last round?
No, it was pink.
Nope. I played. I didn't have it. I played pink, so it kept it as Trump. That Trump.
Yeah, he just played. He didn't have the blue color, but the glass card he had was the highest Trump card that was possible.
Right, but when did it change to blue?
It
Right
just
now.
Just now. I just did
now.
it.
Oh, you played the same card as Will did.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Two number 6s.
Okay, 11. 11 from Mr. Walters.
Single trick.
Ooh, switching it back to pink.
I had an 11. Blue is still called for though. Oh crap! Enjoy my points.
Blue is what you said?
So
It's
if you
still
have
calling.
blue,
The,
you
call,
got-
the
Yeah,
calling
you
card
still
is
have to play
blue right
blue if you
now.
have
That's like super annoying. So if I have
I just
blue, I
gave
have
a
to play
point,
blue,
yeah.
right?
You gotta
Or
play
if you
blue.
have a 10.
Play a 10.
Or a
Do you
10.
have a 10?
And I don't have a 10, so
Oh.
congratulations, Gil. You just swept that one.
Oh wow! 4 big ones. Gil's
Yeah, Gil
grinning.
and I are sitting with both the negatives right now, and we have.
I
a lot
have
of
I
points.
have a negative. Don't forget.
I also have a negative.
Yeah, I was thinking I was going to sweep some points in
Whatsoever.
here, and that's not happening at all. I'm a little disappointed in that.
All right. Well, let me take it with my high 7.
Uh,
Where's that pink 8? Come on, pink 8.
I'll drop that.
Yes,
Here's
thank
the
you,
pink eight.
Will.
Here's the pink eight.
Oh,
Thank you, Will. I was so nervous. I was like, Will's gonna come under it, and I'm not gonna have it.
I think, but I mean, I had to play it at that point because there wasn't really any left. And I don't know. There's no more
Unless you
12
could
left.
have
That was last
changed
12.
it. Yeah. Unless you could have
That was
changed it.
that was the last 12. Go ahead.
it's you.
Did you?
Oh, it's me. Great.
Ooh, brown. Oh, that's a nice card.
Mm.
3 of 9s.
Oh goodness, I don't have any of
There's
those.
brown 8 coming. Oh no, I
brown-
can't believe
brown
you have
8.
the 8 again.
Brown 8 fell. Brown 8 fell already.
Conor.
Oh, look at this face.
I think brown 8 fell
Ah.
already.
I don't have it.
I can't believe you're gonna do that to me.
There's a 12.
Come on.
Oh, who has it? Connor?
Please,
No,
don't
I
be
think
Conor.
Gil's
I
gonna
always
have it.
dropped it so fast. There's nothing I could do. Come on.
Oh, you don't have the -8? Awesome.
Mm.
Friggin'
I was
0.
afraid you had
No,
it.
all the -8s are out.
Oh, they are?
Yeah.
No, I did. Oh, maybe I missed.
Then Gil has a lot more -8s than I thought.
All
I
right.
think- oh, maybe not.
Here's nothing.
Great.
Wait, those -8s we were just talking about? Here they come.
Oh.
It's green
Come to
right
green.
now.
Come on.
Come
Be
on,
nice.
-8.
Be nice.
-8.
Trying to think what.
The door right now with a big axe.
That's a
That's
7.
good. Excellent.
I won a
No
friggin'
points. No points. Just 2 points for him.
Wait, what 0? Pink 0. Okay.
I think Gil has the. Do you have the green 0 this round?
Yeah, Gil does.
I gifted it to him earlier.
Gil has nothing. Worry about your own games. Forget about Gil.
Oh, come on.
Oh, it's green.
Will, is that you?
That's me, green.
I cannot help much there.
Oh, that sucks.
All right.
5 points again. Big end.
That
for Will.
is a huge card there.
I get like nothing the whole game, and then right at the end. All right,
2
so
for
I'm
me.
gonna go around the table real quick. I'll start with mine, and then I'll Chris. So I end up with 2 for me, Chris Walters.
All right, I have 12 cards. I can't count my 12 cards as fast as your 4. So give me just this.
I don't. All I do is I flipped the ones that have points on them. I didn't look at the other ones because you don't get points for the ones that don't have points on them.
No,
right?
but I still gotta know which ones have points on them.
I had
Nah.
4 cards. It was easy for me.
5,
So
6,
Gil
8,
ends up with
10,
5.
11, 12, 13 -8. So that's 5.
Yeah.
I have 0.
So I had
2.
and I had 2, and Gil
I
had
think
5.
it was then.
I was at 0.
Okay, so Gil takes that one.
Despite of the 2 8s that Connor gave it to me.
No kidding.
My goodness.
If I wouldn't have taken that, I really didn't think Gil was gonna have that first round. No blues.
Those cards, did they actually drop in, or did they do something weird?
Something's weird with something right now, but I've got them dropped.
I'm seeing like colors still on
The
the table
ghost,
on my
yeah,
screen.
it's the ghost.
Great.
It's the ghost of the
happens.
souls. Those who are about to die salute you.
Yeah. All right. So who starts this one? It's going to be Gil.
will be
correct?
Gil.
Will be
Or
Gil.
Gil. You start this out, Gil.
Gil needs to get organized. All right.
First point,
Cards.
he's got a target on his back.
Yeah, and I'm gonna move these things. Oh, not that. Jesus.
Connor, did you win the first round?
It did.
We had all seen Will's tricks.
Yeah, that's fine.
Oh, okay. We didn't count that first round.
Yeah, it did.
I have
counted.
not seen his tricks because I had my
That counted.
minimized.
Did each of
People
you?
count
Did,
it? All right, I'll take a point. Why
yeah,
not?
yeah. So you and Gil have 1 apiece. Yeah.
Sure.
Okay.
But let's still gang up on Gil. I don't
I
mind
mean,
winning
I'm
once in a
fine
while.
with
So Gil starts it out.
man. Don't do that. Say you're the summit two people, and it's going to become a trend of people pick up on me when I play your games. Let's not do that on every game.
So Gil put out a 6. There's not too much crazy thinking in this game, at least. So I'm going to ask a quick question to you, Connor, while we go around the table right quick.
Well, it's your turn. Play your card real quick.
I'm going to do that. So you have 6, 7. What do you have? See,
what do you think I have? Well,
I don't know.
Love is in the air.
I don't know.
Play that -8 or -4.
There you go. There you go.
Everybody has both. See?
And the question to you, Connor, is what is your favorite game mechanic?
Not fair.
I take
Oh,
it.
you take that
What is my
too.
favorite?
You said
Game
said
mechanic.
beast.
Stop
That's
it.
hard,
Give me
actually.
cards. We asked Connor his favorite game mechanic.
Yes.
I don't know if I have a favorite game mechanic.
Oh,
It's like a mechanic that you can screw up other people during games, because both games of him has this. Both this
Yeah.
game and Summit
Take
has
that.
this.
It's the take that
Yeah.
mechanic that you're a fan
Well,
of.
someone has it
At least in
too.
your design.
That's very true.
Um,
I like
I-
social deduction games because I'm horrible at them.
you like them because you're bad at them?
I love them because I'm like, I make up my mind that, like, for sure, if we were playing one right now, I'd think it was Gil. Gil's the bad guy for sure. And it wouldn't
Wow.
be Chris, but I'd be stuck on Gil for no reason whatsoever.
They left. We play Who Goes There, and they didn't take me to the helicopter. It was a
because
very
I
you
don't
were
play
the
that.
bad guy.
Connor, it's your turn. Go
Oh,
ahead.
crap. Someone else go. I'm screwed.
Someone
Really?
else go. Someone else go. I am zoomed in. Oh, even more?
That's a secret card. Well, don't worry about that card.
Yeah, is it a secret one? Is that
No,
secret?
don't worry about that
Is that
card.
secret? Is that secret?
Can you get
Is
underneath
that
there?
secret?
Oh, if I
Watch,
was
he's sitting on a
Who
12.
started this? Who started
I
this?
did. I did.
Here you go, sir.
No, yes!
Oh,
Where did I
Will.
come from?
I took
You
it.
just
I
took
took
it.
I took
Will, you just took it. Are you just trying to lose this game?
I again, my brain said that was a good thing to do, and then I put it down, and I was like, that is not the good thing to do. I just lost this whole this
Oh
round.
gosh. Yeah, you're sitting
Oh,
from
you
a
saved me.
hole.
He's just working brownie
Yeah, you
points
start.
for me, that's all.
Oh gosh, Connor, how do you feel about dodging that bullet
Amazing. I made that warning earlier too because I love it when it happens.
Let's see. The best way to start this one then is let's do this.
pink.
But yeah, I thought I knew how to play the game, and I did that again. So
there?
Happens at least once every time I teach someone the game. It's always
It's
always
It's
funny.
an honest mistake. If an honest, I mean, it was a Lego move.
yeah. So Connor, what's your what conventions are you headed? I heard you say Essen Spiel.
So Essen's next for me. There's a local
Yep.
Thunderblade con at the same time, and then actually I just found out yesterday, the day before, that we got accepted to PAX. So
Nice.
got taken off the wait list.
Yes,
So
we're gonna be
I'm-
there.
Oh, awesome! We have to meet up and play for sure. Then I've never
Oh,
done
yeah.
PAX before. I wasn't there last year.
Yeah.
Um,
You know, informal invite. We're thinking about doing Happy Fun Time Live as community. Like we do, we try to keep this in PG-13, but we're probably going to do a Happy Fun Time Live night stream where we have designers come out and we just drink and play games together. Would you go for something like that?
I'll have nothing else planned when I'm there, so just make sure
All
I
right,
send you the
beautiful.
details.
I'll let you know. I'll let you know.
Gil,
That's amazing.
I
That sounds
think that's
amazing.
yours.
It's mine. Wow, I didn't think I was waiting for the hammer come down.
There it is.
Alright.
That was.
I
the
know
hammer.
I don't have the right cards, Gil. You're
No
getting
point.
lucky.
No point. That's the
So
problem.
Eschenspiel and PAX Unplugged are your next big ones.
And the ones I tried, I always hit. I try to do Origins, Gen Con, and Essen,
Okay.
and I'll continue doing PAX too if they keep taking me back.
Awesome.
Gil, oh my God, your hand is beating the crap out of me right now.
You know, we met at Gen Con. It's just because I was talking to Christina and Rob when you were in the booth there. I think it was you,
Makes
because
sense.
they were at your booth at Gen Con.
See your face because the video is so small on my screen. I'm usually good with faces. I'm horrible with names usually.
All right, there's my play right there. Chris Walters,
What'd you play? 4?
4.
Oh, that's really what I was not hoping. I was hoping you'd do something else. 'Cause
Yeah,
I-
you were hoping I would do my typical bad turn.
That's-
And
no,
That's
I have to
excellent.
give- I
Let's
have to
quick-
give Gil the
Don't
the
see that.
9.
Nobody saw that card. Just let it
Yeah.
go.
yeah, right.
We're all happy. Happy thoughts. Happy
thoughts.
You
fun
guys know-
time.
Happy fun time thoughts.
Right, I should get some cards once in a while.
And again, if anybody's just joining us, we are giving away the retail version of this game. Just throw giveaway up in Twitch chat while you're here to have a chance to win. It will be at the end of the stream. We'll give a retail version of this away.
For Gil, we'll have all the 12s in that version, so Connor will be.
It's good stuff there.
So the
Real
game.
pleasure.
When is the game going to be available for retail?
Releases at Essen, and I'm guessing retail will have it by mid-November.
Does that help you, Chris?
If everything goes well.
Well, no, I mean Gil already set his fate up already, so
That's
Oh,
fine. I knew
come
that.
on!
you don't get it.
No.
Yeah, Green get it. He does
I
get
get
it.
it. I get it because I
He
trumped
does
him.
get it. I was very happy about losing this game.
3. I have 3 of the 8s now. Thanks, Chris. Oh.
I can see Chris's
Pain.
happy face.
The pain of being bad at this game is real right now. It's actually negative
16.
was
Yeah.
it-
You don't have them all yet, do you?
No, it's negative 20 for me right now, I think. Right?
No, 16 is the max. Well,
Eight-
you could-
16 is max in a
you're
fourth
going to
grade.
score some. You're going to score some points. I
All right.
think.
I don't think so,
Yeah.
but we'll find out.
Do you have 8s?
So
you.
I took that.
Yeah, so you lead.
So
Have all the 8s come out. That's what I need to know.
let's do
There's 3 8s came out.
that.
Oh, I wish I was last on this round.
Okay, you played a 7. And
Come
what's
on, I'm
your-
last. Gil, don't
I love
screw me
how-
over here.
I love how Chris
Gosh,
was like,
I'm
yeah,
trying
you
to
know,
think.
here you
Is-
go, Gil. Here's just -4 for you. And
That's-
I'm like, yeah, thanks, Chris.
Yeah.
And then the ceremony question I ask every guest, Connor, what is your guilty pleasure game? So the one game that you play that you are either ashamed to tell people that you play and enjoy,
Dun, 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 dun.
or
Gil.
You know what? Is Gil taking this?
Yes,
I'll,
he is.
I'll
Happy
take the
birthday.
8. I'll take
Yeah,
the 8.
yeah, he
That's
is.
fine. I'll take
He
the
is.
8. Because
Oh,
now this is the last 8 that came out. So that's good to know.
yeah,
It's almost
Um,
worth
Actually, I'm not sure what my guilty pleasure game would be.
yeah. And as an example, I usually say Monopoly because I really do love playing Monopoly with my friends and family. But I know that it's like for modern board game, the crew in modern board gaming, it's not a lot of times they're like, oh, Monopoly, the worst game ever. You know what I mean? That's would be my most. Who played that first one? Was that Gil?
Yeah,
Okay, and then the 4 green
Connor. So you.
Connor.
I don't know if I have a guilty pleasure game, to be honest. I don't feel bad about any of the games I play. I think they're all good games.
Yeah,
Can't change
but you've
it.
never you don't have the one game that if somebody's like within a close group of friends you're like, oh, this is I enjoy playing this game. You don't have that one game that you play that you're not going to share with other people within that are ingrained in the community. I mean, Chris Walters, you have an example of one?
I guess the only ones I could think of would be like the old originals. Like I still enjoy a game of Cranium or a game of Taboo or something like that, but I still think those are good games.
Well, yeah, and that's the thing. Like, and I think that's really it's more of like the guilty pleasure in this respect is like there's definitely games that you're gonna love, like Sorry. Like you might love the game Sorry, and the game design for Sorry is not at the quote unquote level of like a lot of modern board gamers' tastes, and in some cases, people would consider that a guilty pleasure because they don't really want to put like, for example, like would you put a game like that on your top 10 list on BGG? You know what I mean?
No, but I honestly now I'm gonna.
But it's there.
Don't worry, there's nothing wrong not to have a guilty pleasure. It's
But I'm
It's
He
okay.
just likes games, Will.
Yeah,
Will, it's
okay.
your turn, by the way.
I'm not trying to game shame him. Oh, I can't do that. Yeah, I can.
I love a simple deck of cards.
I don't have
Ooh,
brown.
look at he mitigating all his losses. Wow.
No, no
No,
brown.
he's not.
He probably colored on his cards.
Wait. Oh, could you take it back? You would take it back.
Taking it back.
Got
Wow.
Now the gladiators are fighting.
it. Got it.
I'm gonna go to my collection when we're done here tonight. I'm gonna look at my collection very closely and try to
And
find.
think about it. Yeah. And again, I mean, it's just one of those unique kind of questions that I because
What's the only one that could be close to it? What might
we go.
be is
What's that?
the good old from the 80s and 90s murder mysteries.
I never played it.
An evening of murder, like where you need, like I had to find a cassette player to put the tape in.
Nice.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
Yeah.
Everyone has a script that they read, and they have to follow the script and find out who the murderer is. That I love, but I'm not ashamed of it. I love that crap. Is that what I want to do?
Yeah. Well, I mean, this kind of sucks because
You don't have blue, Connor?
there you go, buddy.
Oh, there.
Come on.
There you go.
You got a bunch of points. Don't be sad, Chris.
I'm not sad. That's Will.
Yeah, he's
that's
not a
fine.
snob, and I guess that's the thing. You know, the implicit in the guilty pleasure game question is usually the game snobbage within the community. And if you don't have one, that's actually probably good.
Actually, you know what? So I'll counter that by saying I don't have that. I have more every once in a while of the game that
Somebody takes this hand from Chris.
I don't.
I'll,
and
Please have a 5. You don't have a 5?
that's all I have.
Ah, you need to give. Oh, unless it's not a pink. That's
Yeah,
I
it's
don't
not
have to count this one. He's gonna kill us.
So I'll go ahead and start that pile, guys, because I didn't win.
I have 0 tricks, so I'll put my 0 tricks there. Reverse guilty pleasure, I guess, would be there's a bunch of, popular games that I just don't get my head around. Like the games that I don't like that the masses love, and I'm like, really?
See now, okay, so yeah, so like, what would you could? I guess that's a good question.
Oh, that's
What
hard
hype-
because I'm
what-
friends with these designers.
Okay,
You're
okay,
lying.
no,
Yeah.
but
You don't wanna
okay,
ask
but
that
see,
kind of
you
I just
you
don't
open the
get
gates.
your game.
You open the gates to this. So the question I would have is, what of the new hotness or hype game didn't click for you like the most? Yeah, let's say a mechanic. We can say mechanic instead of the type of game. But is there any like new hot mechanic that just doesn't click for you?
It's not the mechanic; it's the commitment.
Okay.
It's I love Gloomhaven. I love Isaac. I hope he's not listening and hating me right now.
Honestly,
sweetheart.
if you throw Isaac some shade, I don't think it's gonna be a problem. I think
I'll hate you for him because Gloomhaven is
Gloomhaven's
it's my number 2 game.
See, okay, so my only problem with it is that I have so little free time.
Yes.
I spend most of all my day working, most nights working, and the time I carve out with my kids, and I usually get 1 game night a week if I'm lucky. And
what did you get?
we played it throughout last
8.
winter. The issue
10.
I have is that at a 4-player count, maintenance you have on the game takes up so much of the time.
It does. Well, no, just, and I guess in fairness, they actually just released an app. I saw a Twitter post that there's a new management app that came out that actually takes like the real estate of the table down to like half or even less than that.
We have a guy called Eric. It's better than that, but that guy's just like, okay, the monsters movies.
Eric is just like the human calculator.
Yeah,
He's like,
we have a guy called Eric.
Well, my take on that. So my take on the Gloomhaven thing. Go ahead. Sorry.
The thing is, I went all in though. Like I built my own custom design builds to hold everything. I set up a whole table in my basement and left the Gloomhaven on it, so that it would minimize the. I'm not worried about tear down and setup. It's just that within the round with 4 players, the amount of stuff that you have to track, and it was like, okay, we spent 4 hours playing. Hours of that was actually playing the game because it's so much management within it, and we loved it. We played like probably 20 or 30 missions.
Okay.
we got to the point of being like, okay, like we haven't played any other game in months,
right?
Because we're so committed to this.
Yep.
And I love the atmosphere he built, and it's an amazing game. I'm not taking that away from it, but I don't have the time to be able to play it.
We're taking forever to do our campaigns too. We just play once a month, and maybe now it's been 2 months, like every other month. So it's taking a while.
Which is okay, because I think what Isaac did was he took that, that legacy paradigm that was out there and kind of shifted it to the point where, it's D&D light, because that's what most D&D groups have, the same problem. Getting like the amount of time that it takes. Sometimes groups fall apart. And I think you're dealing with hints of that D&D aspect with what Isaac developed. And I don't know. I mean, for me, like the only thing that hurts the design on that was just like, if you need a flow chart to tell you what the enemies do, then I think there's a hint of a problem in that. I think movements and things like that should be a little bit easier than like this massive flow chart sheet that you need to actually know orders and everything. That's just my opinion on it, but
I'm clearly in the minority on that one. So
no.
I want to say that Will's opinion doesn't reflect Gig's spiel.
Well, no, and granted, again, that's a perfect personal opinion. I mean, Gil has his own opinion on this, and that's what we do at Table Crashers. Is at the end of this, we will talk about that too. So I am up. Thank you, Chris. Sorry. Let's take a look and see what my options are. I'll just drop this guy here. But yeah, thanks for answering that too. Thanks for actually coming up with a question for yourself outside of the
Thanks for
guilty pleasure.
Question.
You didn't like that one, so you just made your own. Forced you to answer.
I feel way worse about it. I should have just made up some game that was a fake guilty pleasure instead of.
No, don't feel bad about it. It's about real conversations here. Gil just like sneaks in with that 12 there. Good job, Gil.
I'm in no illusion that Isaac loves my games, so that's not a problem.
That's great.
It's 1 for 12, 0 for 12, right? I can't remember if I saw one. How many cards of each color there is?
0 and then 4 through 12.
4 to. Okay.
You only use cards 1, 2, 3, 13, 14, and 15, and higher player counts.
So there is.
Yeah, now I'm going to throw it out to chat too. I'm pretty much out of my fun questions that I have every week. If you guys have any questions, we have Conor here with us from Inside Up Games.
I'm gonna do a risky move here.
Go ahead and throw them up in chat.
I'm gonna do a kamikaze move here. Let's see if it plays out.
Really?
Oh, I hate you so much.
Oh, I love it when this kind of thing works.
Yeah, for some reason I don't. Again, no one look at that.
It didn't work for me. It worked for Gil, but it didn't work for me.
On. If I take no tricks 2 hands in a row, I should stop designing games.
It's very rare actually for designers to win the games. They're so focused on doing the we just use
We'll ask him the question.
I think I'm going to take a -2 early. I might do it.
Wow, Will's taking.
Yeah, I think I'm going to take a -2. Yeah.
Oh, don't save him.
Yeah, I think I
just
take
because he says he's not going to stop with the design, you get no. He's worse than Chris.
What?
All right.
How did I get thrown into this? I didn't do
the whole crying thing.
Oh yeah. Granted, my strategy was correct. I wasn't a baddie, and he was going to leave me out in the cold.
I'll lead it with this one.
No, you were like helping yourself from the beginning. I need a jacket.
Sorry, we have a good question in chat from Tyson, the Gamesmith. Gamesmith Tyson. I know I just jumped in, so if something similar has been asked, ignore it. I'm curious, Conor, about what one of the biggest challenges you had with Gorus Maximus throughout the design process to Kickstarter. So from the inception of the idea through the design process onward through the Kickstarter, what was your biggest challenges that you faced? Or what were your biggest challenges?
That's an interesting question. He said from design though, right?
He said design, yeah. So from design into the Kickstarter, what were your biggest challenges?
This is like half of a lame answer. Gorus wasn't a very hard design for me. Gorus came together very smooth, very easily. The hardest thing I had was just making sure it actually. Who else
is that supposed to be face down, go?
Hardest thing I had was making sure it stayed fun at all the player counts I wanted it to actually work at. I knew it worked well, that kind of 2 to 5 player range. And I wanted to really make sure it worked well at those large player ranges. But I mean, it just meant I had a whole bunch of playtesters playing large player counts.
So with that challenge, what was the way you overcame it? Like, was it just a sheer amount of playtesting that you had to
Just
do
testing, just playing it, and making sure people are actually enjoying themselves.
Got it. That skill
I
set.
think that goes to you.
Goes to me, unfortunately.
On a larger scale, the most difficult thing I did to myself was arranging the quick turnaround from Kickstarter completion to delivery. Was pushing to meet the Essen deadline, which is an insanely tight.
It was, yeah. And I noticed that, like, I saw somebody actually asked in the comment section, is it going to be ready for Essen? Are you actually going to be ready for Essen with some copies or no?
As long as my manufacturer's not lying to me, they're literally putting them together right now, and I've already booked a spot on a plane for Friday. So as long as they don't miss that plane, I'll have spots. If they miss that plane, then I'm going to have a very stressful couple weeks.
But it's I mean, that's the thing, you're at the beck and call to that process, following the Kickstarter. That
what ended up happening to us last time, happened to actually a ton of companies at Essen last year, was German customs started getting really picky, and they shut down dozens of publishers' incoming shipments for lack of having German on the boxes. No German.
I know. I'm just thinking, trying to count the cards.
Do you think it's because the influx? They knew that during that week, like, they get an influx of like things, and people could use that as a way to sneak things in. Switch to green, got it.
I think it's also because, like others, we made the mistake of labeling them going to Essen. So then Customs says, well, hey, if these games are staying in Germany, they need to have German safety warnings.
Okay.
So I mean, I tried to counter that, like with the Gorus Maximus, all box copies have English, French, and German on them now.
Okay.
Stroking warnings to make sure that doesn't happen again.
So I have a really quick question. Sorry to interrupt this. If I have no pink but I have a green, do I have to place the green, or can I place a different color than the green?
A different one.
The pink is the color. You can play anything if you don't have pink.
Okay, that's all I needed to know.
Oh, you're such a jerk.
He's a bigger jerk than I think he realizes.
No, I do know, because I knew that whatever I put, you at the back end, Chris. So I had to make sure that I wasn't.
Yeah, but Connor's taken right now. So
no, I know that, and that's okay.
I think I like this game. Is
you don't realize, I think, what you did.
So wait a second. So you take that then?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, because you that's all you had? That was the only thing.
This is so amazing.
I was hoping to sneak it in because he took the trump, and I was like, yeah.
That was an even bigger one.
Yeah, I don't think when I said I don't think you realize how you messed with me.
No. Oh, yes.
Wow.
Oh. Sorry, go ahead, Connor. You were saying.
I was saying that a small game like this, Tricking Cake. I love Tricking Cake games because we're trying to maneuver the mouse here, but this is a game like you can quickly play several rounds of this in no time.
Yes.
Excellent to take and put in your pocket and play anywhere. That's what I like.
I don't remember if I told you that already, Gil, or maybe when we spoke. But and that's one of the things I did when I designed the box. So inside the actual box, there's to-go tuck boxes.
Yeah, there's a tuck box. That was one of the coolest things.
I love that.
Instead of having these tokens, there's also cards in the game that you use. So you can take up to a 5-player game in a tuck box to go with you wherever you go.
That's awesome.
You just throw it in your pocket. Sorry, it's my turn.
Yep.
Thanks,
green, pink. Well, let's see what happens.
I'm here to serve.
I have no green.
Oh, no. So please have an 11.
So Trump wins.
Nice.
Unless you have an 11.
Yeah, the only way for me to take it is an 11, and
or a 12.
That's going to be a no dice on that. So I'll have to just put that down.
Oh, that hard.
First time, first trick.
I was gonna say first trick in a couple of rounds.
Mm-hmm.
On that one hand, he scored as much as I did on the last.
Okay.
And so you said the choking warning was one thing that like held it up, huh? Or you just making sure that everything is there now. All the warnings and everything required are there.
I had glitches on my end. I missed the start or end of that question.
Oh, I said the one thing that you had to make sure of is like all the right warnings were on the boxes, and there wasn't any like, wow, that comply with it specifically within the German rule set.
Yeah, and the only one, I hope there's no German custom guards listening, but the only one that could bite me in
we
the
have
butt.
we have a large
Yeah.
audience with the German custom guards.
In Europe, actually, it's weird because we have a lot of people in Europe on the chat. So maybe you wanna.
That one later.
Yeah.
Everything's fine. The box is perfect and ready to go. Please clear customs.
Right.
It just cost me that you have to put things like, be careful, don't swallow the box so you don't choke.
Right.
Ever saw was when I was working in film and we had 16-foot Zodiac boats with the warning, do not ingest. But that means at some point someone tried to eat it and then tried to sue them.
Oh, that's weird. Wow.
That's crazy.
That's funny.
Wow.
So tempting. So tempting. Why not? Yeah.
Ooh.
Gosh.
Ooh.
Oh, this is rough for me this round.
Me no likey.
Oh, look at Gil organizing his points as he goes. I'm gonna go peek at his points over here.
No, you don't have to. There you go. So screwed up now. Look at that. -4 right there.
Did I take a trick yet? Yeah, I did. That -2 I'm at right now.
So
Organizing your points.
I can't remember that how many 8s get
Chris,
chopped
good
in.
work.
Go ahead, Gil. So now, talking has slowed a bit because now we're deeper into the strategy of the game, and we apologize. There probably will be more trash talking here, but I will mention that we are giving away a copy of this game, retail version. Just enter the word giveaway into chat to have a chance to win this game. We're giving away at the end of the stream, and it will be shipped to you as soon as they're shipping the rest of the copies.
As soon as I get my Kickstarter.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
Wow, this is like, it's kind of brutal. Kind of brutal, bruh.
Oh no, I hate when Chris is last because I never know. I can read him.
Yeah. There's 11. So he took the 10 on that.
Yeah.
Oh wait, did he take? That's 5 points, isn't it, right there, or 4 points?
Would you quit giving me cards?
It's kind of funny now, actually. I want to do it.
I hate all of it.
Now I just want to do it.
Hey, look, I get to lead the trick.
Tyson mentions in chat that he heard a ton of great stuff in this one. Also, one thing we talked about on the stream is Summit. There will be new expansion, and they'll be putting it on a Kickstarter, which I also surmise that you will be releasing the original core version of Summit with that expansion during the Kickstarter campaign. Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Oh, sorry.
No, I didn't hear you say yes. That's why.
Did you check?
Four brown.
Ooh, let's see.
4 brown. Oh, 4 blue. So it has to be a higher brown.
Blue is taking it.
Well, if you
Blue
have a
is taking
green,
Blue-
if you have
blue
a
is-
green, you have to play a green, or change the.
What if I have a trump?
No,
I have
but
to play the green.
only if it's 4, you have to play green.
I have to play the green. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Right.
The idea is to give him as minimum point as
Got it.
possible if you have the color.
Got it.
Yeah, it's between him and Chris now. I thought I had the game, but after picking up that 4, it really hurt me.
Tyson also states that I do not have a pink, so that's what I'm putting out there. He listens to Blue Peg, Pink Peg, and they seem to love everything you come out with. So
they're fantastic. There's a whole backstory there of randomly meeting them at Gen Con. I didn't think anyone would know who I was, and we became fast friends. And they're so amazing and supportive. They're a wonderful bunch of people.
it's awesome.
Rob and Christina are pretty amazing.
Patrick's an absolute sweetheart.
So we'll throw a
And
plug in for them
Jeremy's.
too.
Yeah.
So now this is blue. So what takes this? The pink
Or
or
blue.
The
Your
blue
blue?
takes it. The
Trump.
blue takes it.
Yeah. Okay. Got it. So at the end of the game, it's nice to have trump cards left over, essentially, because they could potentially.
But again, the trump changes, right? So it's hard to
Well,
plan
yeah,
for that.
right. That's true. That's true. So let's see what's out there. Because that
Come
zero's
on.
going to take that zero's going to take my green, isn't it?
Unless someone has a blue.
Yes, Gil has another 0.
Oh yeah, that as well.
I spin my. I was between the 7 and the 0, and I play the 0. Unfortunately,
Yes, what a win!
Oh,
Boom!
oh, that grabs that. Oh. So that gives you 6 points right there. Did you get a -4 in yours?
I think this one's mine.
No, but I got a few -4s.
Yeah, you did.
I
you
just
sure
know I'm
did.
not winning this round.
So I end up with a 0 for this round.
Yeah, I don't count. I have 12, so people are in the
good.
negatives.
oh, and there you go. The designer wins the game.
Was that
No,
it?
he still got. He needs one
Oh,
more
yeah.
point.
He needs
I
one
need
more.
one more.
Oh, I thought you had flipped on 2. That is true. All right,
Yes,
so I
he needs
still
one
have
more.
a chance.
I wish there was a gather function in this. I really do.
Like
Anyway,
a
I wanna be-
group.
Because now there's 2 different piles, and we have to figure out how to get those piles picked up. Because you can't hold and click the piles.
What happens if you try to
Hold
shuffle
on,
everything?
hold on.
together?
Hold, please. I'll wait till you guys figure that out. Awesome.
Tyson, thank you, Tyson, for all the kind words. Have I met Tyson
There's a
at a
way.
con? No.
I'm not sure. I mean, Tyson's also a designer. He works with me through Smunchy Games.
I don't know
We're
how to
actually
do
both
it.
designing with Smunchy on some of his games right now. And Tyson also has a few other things. He actually runs a game testing group, and they basically they do paid game testing within the industry.
Oh,
So
I wonder if I talked to him. That sounds familiar.
GameSmiths is the name of their group.
Here.
But basically, what they do is they charge for game testing, and then they do it over the course of a week. They do multiple sessions, and they put them on YouTube. They put them on like YouTube format, and then they shoot them over to the game creators, so that all the notes are right there. And then the creators then have the option to use that testing session as promotional material as well. But it's a really cool model
It
that
won't let me take that last
they're
card.
doing over there. What are you doing? You didn't fix it
He's
yet?
trying to take everything underneath it, and I got all but the last card.
I know, because this is like, it is what it is.
Hold on.
Okay, do your thing. Oh, is that the same thing happened there? The last card here is like,
If you select all cards except 1, that's the problem. Like,
Okay, I can do it now if you start a deck.
all right, hold on. All right, there's a deck here,
Nice.
and then there's just one more card that's on top.
there you go.
There we go.
Jared asks, why did they choose gladiators for the trick-taking game? Thank you, Jared, for that question.
Because it's Gladiator, Jerry. What question is that?
It's actually funny because that was Quanchai when him and I spoke. It was the one thing that really excited him. If in your hand, if you have a number in your hand, that's the Secutor. So that's actually an original sketch, very similar to that he had done years ago, and always wanted to do a gladiator game. And he showed
What
it
number
to
was
me.
that
He said,
again?
Number 11.
Got it. Oh yeah.
You know, this is kind of this over the top, bloody, cartoony, like where it's almost kids but almost not kids.
Yep.
He said, "What do you think of that? Should I tone the gore down?" I said, "No, Quanchai, you do whatever you want." I said, "I love it."
You're the artist. Stop it.
That's great.
Actually, I reworked a couple of things. I think I changed 1 or 2 point values, and then came up with the idea of the crowd favor and the crowd support.
Does Connor start this one, or do I start this one? Sorry, Connor.
It's
think
my
it's
turn
you,
to
yeah.
start.
Okay,
No,
good.
it's not. It's not.
Thought it should be Will's.
Oh,
It's Will's.
okay.
Why as well? I thought it
Because
was
it's been
next.
rotating.
Why? Why
have-
is it Will's turn?
I have not started yet, did I?
Yes, you
maybe I
did.
missed. Yeah,
Oh, he's sneaky, that Gil.
I
He-
did.
you gotta watch Gil.
Big.
You know,
So,
maybe we start. Go ahead.
He thought of the gladiator, and the more I thought about it, I was like, yeah, this actually works fantastic. I think it's the perfect theme for it.
Yeah, I like it. I like it a lot.
It goes against how I originally started doing the designs of theme and mechanics together
Let's see if I can take it.
upon it.
Oh, he takes the
Oh.
0.
I'm trying.
It's an interesting strat because technically everybody could
Oh,
just
that
dump
is
up
excellent. You have so many zeros. That's actually not.
Yeah.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I don't have blue. No, just kidding.
Oh, God.
Not as good, I got
Because that happened with it last time.
Oh, I could just want to see him sweat for a second there. That was-
Gil, you don't have to do anything for that. I'm a big man.
no,
I
no,
sweat regardless.
Gil,
Okay, that's more information that I want.
I take back half the things I said about you, Gil.
No.
Look at that.
And then takes the trump out of both colors of 0 for some reason.
Let's hope it's not the
Boy.
half good part.
Mm-hmm.
We are playing for money, right?
Right,
Yes.
right. All of your production comes
Oh,
to us.
yeah, well, you have to wait a while for that.
7 to start it out. It's pretty cute. Pretty cute way to start it.
Yeah. It's funny because
Uh,
I get a lot of people coming up to me at cons and saying which characters or animals are their favorite. Bear's
I'll
right up there.
go
I just
I was
remember-
gonna say, is the bear at the top of a lot of people?
I just remember you were sitting with you were at the strike game for the rolling dice and thinking name, weren't you?
Yeah, that's right.
I think I saw you there, yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
All
Let's
right.
let everybody else expend their 12s now.
A good memory.
So the problem is, I don't want that -8. If I want to switch that.
Fine, there's no way Gil has it too.
Oh yeah, okay, Connor. Thanks for that.
Okay,
Yeah,
remember
no
when I
way.
asked like you have to tell
No
the
way.
truth? It seems that it wasn't quite like that. You have just to play the card, but you can play.
Yeah.
Dun, 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 dun.
Gil, I hope you have that.
It's just
Here
1
comes
point. I don't know if I
the
want that 1 point.
I don't know if I want to waste on that 1 point.
Yeah. But you know what I could do? I could just
You could trump it, which I
Actually,
figured you would do.
He's gonna match it, yeah, with a 4.
I'm just gonna let it go.
Oh,
Wow.
Well, happy
I didn't
birthday.
expect that. Happy birthday for me on that one.
Are we gonna let a Will get on the board with a token?
Yeah.
I know. Weird. Weird.
We felt kind of bad.
All right. Let's do that.
Wow, and I was nice to you.
Now you're getting it.
No, right. No, I know. I'm just. Yeah, there. Oh, what?
That's a 10. You're still good.
No. I'm just like, I'm surprised you're putting a pink 10 out.
Probably is all I got.
There's
There's
the
a-
Trump. There's a Trump.
There, that was my concern right there.
Yeah. And he has the okay. Yeah. All right. See what's happening. Five blue.
Should have been counting
Interesting.
cards.
Interesting. Ten.
At this point, I just need to stop Conor to win. So we play one more round because this round, there's no way I can make anything in this round. Oh, how many points have
What
there?
is it?
One.
Tyson asks, it sounds like you went with mechanics first before you hit theme on this one. Is that correct? That's
This
a
is the
trip
one.
by Gil.
So this is
Keeps
the
it
one
going.
that, I can't remember. I think I said it already. My wife and I actually developed it years ago. Island when it was just a 2-player trick-taking game.
Yep.
And then it was going to be a voodoo black magic theme to it, and then Quanch and I were chatting, and because I'm guilty of it too. But usually when publishers approach artists, we tell them what we want, and they draw.
Right.
So I basically, in this instance, it was the perfect time where like the theme didn't come with it when it was originally created.
Yep.
So I basically said, Quanchai, what excites you? What would make you like happy and excited to draw?
That's cool. That's seems like a lot of freedom for an artist, and that could be,
Yeah, he was super happy.
Well,
that's that different color 6. That's awesome.
I'm not as sad to see this 8 go then.
Yeah, it was a matter of time. I'm running out of those nice low cards.
Oh, I thought about stealing it, but I was like, we'll just give this 8.
Mm-hmm. That was a good call.
Oh crap! I should have been counting the damn 8s. Do you guys have your cards face up? Can I see your 8s? Shit!
You can.
Come on!
Could I look at your 8s?
I don't think many of them are out there.
I have 4 8s yet. Hey, you can only look one card.
GameSmith says he considered your artist for one of the games that he's coming out with, but figured that he wouldn't fit the budget because of how well Gorus Maximus was doing.
Yes, Quanchai is the top of his game. He's a machine. He's amazing. And he was very easy to work with. I highly recommend him. Penny. I eat so many 8s.
So the tokens on the original game they're square, right? Not round, or they're cards. The point token.
Punch board. Yeah, they were just regular card stock, and all versions of the game now they're poker chips.
Oh, cool.
Oh, they are.
And there's actually this is a hint to the surprise in the premium version.
Nice.
It ain't cardboard. I'll tell you that.
Did the green 8 fall? Did the green 8 fall?
And you're fine. Play high.
I wish you hadn't done that. Well,
I know.
Here's the problem. I really wanted that trick, but I'm pretty sure that 8's still out.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that green 8's fine.
Come on, Gil. You can't save it for me. It's too dangerous.
Unless he has a 4 trick that he can pull, and then he gets a bunch of points. Oh.
Ooh, really, Gil?
Really?
Really? All right. I'm gonna keep green coming out all night.
I had to have it. I was bluffing. I was hoping you'd take it.
All right. Well, I guess we will start with. What do we start with? That's the question.
Brown.
One last, so I'm happy.
Start with that.
Gosh.
On. Oh, say goodbye to my tremendous lead.
Oh.
Language is still construction language. I got to clean it up.
It's all right.
What other 8 can I take? How about?
I'd like to give you one, but I don't have any right now. So.
There you go, sir.
Video in today's Kickstarter update too of the PVC cards with the gold gilded edges, and they look so nice.
So nice.
Oh, what am I thinking? I'm like, can I take this? Like, I didn't realize that the 8 sitting in there. I'll give him the 2 to minimize.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I'm just gonna switch Trump to green for a sec.
Oh, are you?
Oh, Chris, it's yours. You won because you're green.
For a second there, I was like, "Wait, there's a rule I don't get it."
I got confused too for a
rule.
second there. I was like,
New rule.
We have a friend of ours, Jason Orsina. He might still be in Twitch world. That he had a card game royal that we had on the show a couple times, and he's notorious about, as the designer, cheating and like making up new rules.
oh well, it almost worked. I kept it for so long so I could give it to him. Why would you change that?
What did change? What? He didn't change
No,
it.
I didn't change it. It's on.
He didn't change it. It's
pink to
it's
start,
brown.
but this is
It's
the
brown.
Trump.
No, but pink was the first color.
Oh
Yeah, but the first color wasn't Trump.
Right, but once you play the Trump, I can't give him the 8 anymore. You taking it.
Well, I know, but I mean, I really didn't have much choice, honestly. You'll see why.
I don't
Well, I
care
don't
what
have-
happened.
I
You're
don't
just
have
scared
any
that Conor
cards.
didn't get it.
I want a trick.
I kept it to the end of the game.
That's
Just
why
for him.
You could have trashed that so many times to him.
Yep.
I know.
I didn't have the chance because
I
you
mean,
played the 8.
I'm honestly okay with it because I'm likely going to win this one. There you go. Does anybody have brown?
I do not. And I have no ability to change it.
Here it comes.
Is
There
where
it is.
I
He
get
he gets it.
food.
Oh. Ooh. What'd you get there? You got 5, 6. I have.
I can tell that I didn't win this hand. That's how I can tell.
I have
6,
no
7, 8.
cards, so
I have
I definitely did
6.
not win.
7, 8, 9. I have 9.
See if you have 9.
Oh,
You
minus
have to
4.
count.
5.
You have 5.
Yeah.
So you
what,
win.
What do you have, Gil?
I
He has
have
nothing.
1.
1. So you
Yours.
win.
That's your win, Will.
No, wait. What was your score?
If you have
Oh,
5, it's your win.
That's right. That's my win because you had minus 4s, right? How many?
-4. I think I have I have a ton of them.
Okay. Okay, then yeah, I actually get my token. Yay!
Boom, boom. Damn it, wasn't enough. But I had that in the bag.
I thought too. That's why I was keeping the 8.
Well, close enough. Or we all felt bad for him. We'll just say it's that.
That's what it was.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
what it was.
We just wanted him to be on the board.
I just pulled a Chris Walters.
In what way?
the prime stat of people feeling bad for me.
Oh, I mean, okay. I don't know what to say to that other than damn.
Like, come on, guys. Come on, look at everybody else's points.
Yeah, look at everyone else. Everyone else is doing so much better.
Yeah.
I can
So
win,
what we're
right?
gonna do?
I'll
So
win.
real quick, what we're gonna do, guys? We're gonna play one more, and one of these guys might win. If I win, then we're still gonna call it. And even if Chris wins, we're still gonna call it. We're just gonna do one more round of play here, so you guys get the idea of how to play the game. And we'll call it after that. Right now, behind the scenes, Matt is probably going to crunch some numbers for the giveaway. Anybody else who might have joined us, I'm going to mention one more time. We are doing a giveaway for the retail version of this game, Gorus Maximus. And all you have to do is type the word giveaway into the Twitch chat for a chance to win. And thanks, guys, for joining us. So let's go ahead and finish up this last round.
Chris's lead, is that right?
Yes, Chris is the lead.
So
Interesting hand. This is
So
interesting.
green is Trump. Four is Trump. Purple or pink.
Okay. With this.
And then I could either go. I have to go green or Trump the 7.
Yeah, or Trump the 7.
Yeah, that's not happening. So
Nothing.
the 4 takes it.
All
It's a
right, Gil.
wash. It's a wash. All right.
That was actually one question I had. The premium version of the game, is that still available for purchase, even though it was on Kickstarter?
Yeah, so I learned that the hard way the first time. Is it's always good to have extras. So I do have extra Kickstarter copies,
Okay.
but those will not go into retail distribution, just the retail
Okay.
version. They'll be
How
available. They can
yeah.
order them direct through me. They can get it at conferences, and then we do have a couple dozen retail tier backers cases of the game. So there's a slight chance your local store might have it.
Awesome.
Was it my play?
Did you do
my bad. Go ahead. There's your play.
Did you guys do a late pledge for your game?
They did. I know you cut off there for just a little bit, but they did. The difference in the premium version and the retail version, the premium version has cool metal blade token for marking what Trump is. Also, the tuck boxes, the plastic tuck boxes, are in the premium version and not the retail. Is that correct?
So the most of it is quality of component upgrades. So the premium version has a box sleeve. It's all PVC plastic cards, so you can play it at the beach or at the pub if you want.
Oh, that's awesome.
Paper cards game. It's a PVC tuck box. There is a paper tuck box in the base game. They both have the plastic inserts. They both have the poker chip tokens. There's also the gold gilding on the playing cards themselves, on the PVC cards.
Quick question, sorry. Could I trump this even if I have brown?
If you have but you wouldn't
brown.
have a 5. Yeah, you could. If you have a 5 pink, yeah, you can do that.
I can do that?
Yeah, you can. As long as you play exactly the same card, you're good.
There you
go. PVC cards is that's awesome. PVC cards is one of the coolest, especially for a game like this. Because
game like this, I'm not even kidding. I'm gonna have 4 copies. There's gonna be a copy in my car, a copy in my wife's purse, a copy in our camping gear, and a copy in my home.
So who takes this? I do, right?
You do. You have Trump.
Okay.
And you go.
All right.
So what does the new expansion for Summit do? What does it change into the game?
Teams expansion. So it ends up being the ability to play either competitively or cooperatively, but in a team environment. So you'll actually be working with someone or with 2 other people to
Chris Walters, go ahead.
To beat the other team. It's going to add 2 new player mats, a whole bunch of new cards, item cards, event cards, and karma cards, and then also the climbing ladders, which are square tiles that can be played over top of existing triangular tiles. Yeah, the way the game's played and what gets you in and out of bad situations, but of course it adds to your weight, which messes with your character's stats.
Here comes the -8.
I sure hope not, because I think right now, did Gil take it?
Yeah, I'm taking it. That's what I was like.
Well, maybe not.
Oh no!
There you go.
Yeah, he was nice to me. He wants all that point for him.
He was nice to you by taking all your cards.
I'm surprised he doesn't have brown. Wow.
Yeah.
At the start, didn't have the 8.
I am too.
I wonder. I almost wish he had the 8 now.
5 blue.
All right.
So as we're finishing up this round, after you guys take your turns, so you guys could start giving me some thoughts on your takeaway from the game. And I guess we can start with you, Chris Walters.
So trick-taking games are games that I love, but I love them for maybe different reasons than I love other mechanics. And I think one of the reasons I love them is because they give you a chance as a player to play something typically pretty fast and pretty easy. There's not a lot of learning curve to trick-taking games. And so trick-taking games are one of the games, like Gil talks about often, that I can easily take with me and go. And I love playing them on the road. So I think that's phenomenal. This game plays really well to that. It's also a step up, in my opinion, from a a little bit of a trick taking. It's not your standard, right? So there's some variation. I think the theme is cool. I think the art is beautiful. And so it kind of, elevates it from the standard, trick taking game. So I think it's great. I love it. Yeah, definitely my cup of tea for sure.
Yep. Gil.
Well, I have a bunch of tricking taking games, and I mean, one of the first games that I ever played is Rook, which is kind of similar to this.
Oh yeah.
We would play hours, like at the beach. I remember we would start like at 8 in the evening and would like till 2, 3 in the morning just play over and over again. And I just find the tricking taking games quick, easy. Everybody knows the concept most of the time.
Yep.
And it's fun too, and if you have the right group like this, you can banter and you can, give each other's hard time and stuff.
Right.
Like that.
And I like that too, because it opens it up. You have a lot more talk. There's not as much, you're not thinking as like when it's your turn. Yeah. There's a little more heavy thinking. By the way, it's your turn, Gil. But there is some heavier thinking that happens slightly on your turn, but you're not going through like ridiculous analysis. Go ahead and you can take that, sir.
I was going to sneak it by you.
Yeah, you tried.
It.
Darn
it.
But yeah, they're for me, trick taking games are definitely not really in my rotation of games. It's not as much what I enjoy playing. Let me just take a real quick. Yeah, so they're not as much what I enjoy playing. And I think because I'm a Kickstarter nut, you guys all know this. I'm an addict in Kickstarter. So I did see this when it came across my radar, but I did see it was trick taking, and that's why I sort of passed on it. I'm actually a little upset that I passed on it now that I'm playing it, because it definitely, between the theme and the shifting trumps and the way that works, I feel like my group of game friends would really enjoy this. Ooh, that hurts. Oh, so I would pick it up. I think playing with you, Connor, was definitely a big turning point for me in this, because I think if I did back this and not had somebody that was really acclimated to trick taking games, I think that there would probably be enough annoyance where they would have been like, okay, you just don't get it, and walk away. Do you know what I mean? Like, have you ever had that experience at gaming tables? And I try not to be that player like as much as possible. But there's always that point where, like, if it's not your wheelhouse and you're not getting it, it's sometimes one of those things where people just, it's hard to move you into that mindset. Let me just take a quick look at what we're looking at here.
There's a story from.
That's a lot of.
Hey, get out of here! Get out of here!
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and change it over to that and take it.
Excellent. That's perfect play.
Yeah, that's a wonderful play. When I was at Origins, we were playing, and there was an 8-player team game going on. Playing it, we played 2 hands, and then there's one lady, young woman at the table, who didn't quite get how it was working. And I was going to start explaining it, but then one of her teammates turned to her and explained it, and then almost everyone else at the table helped explain it to this one girl. And I was like, okay,
good play,
I've
Chris.
done a good job if everyone else can explain it after having played 2 hands.
Right. No, absolutely.
All right, Chris. I was keeping for Conor, but you keep trumping the collar.
2.
Oh, okay.
I needed some points, and if this stays Trump, I'm okay with it.
Yeah.
And this is what I gotta play.
Oh, interesting.
No. Oh, come on.
What do you have? Oh, I was so hoping you had a 9 that was going to fall, because that's what I had at the end.
Yeah,
shoot.
Give me those points. Give me
Big
those
points.
points. Give me those points.
Man.
I'm gonna give you a hint. I didn't win.
All right, so it's green, so those count. That does not.
Forgot about this.
Yeah.
Turn 8. I thought I had it in the bag.
I think that puts Chris
2.
Oh no, he had a lot of minuses there. I ended up with
Conor might win with all the 8 that I gave.
+3.
I have 3 as well.
I have 7.
I have
No,
minus
someone's
2.
counting wrong.
I am counting wrong then. Let me do this.
No, you have. Where's your -4? So you had like 3 -4s, didn't you?
I
It
have
was 2
5.
minus 4.
So 5, 6, 7, 8. Minus 8 is 0. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He has 5.
Isn't that what I said?
You
I
said
thought
you
it
had
was
9, I think.
7. You said 7.
7.
Oh, okay. Well, I have 5.
Okay. I have 3, and
you
Chris
go.
has
2
3.
points.
Or sorry, Conor has 3. So that means that you ended up with 2. We did say it was gonna be last round. So we will cut it after that.
We'll give a tie to Conor and Chris.
Yeah, we'll
So
give it.
Conor didn't. We have a tradition on our show where we beat the designer at their game. I'm going to take this as a we technically you didn't get the sole win, so it's close.
Right. It might be why we're going to call it early. I don't know. The conspiracy
Make you a
theories
deal. I'll
abound.
make you a deal. We stay on and play this last game, and I'll send the winner a premium copy of the game.
Oh, no, yeah, let's stay on.
I mean,
I'm not
okay.
sleepy at all.
Okay.
It'll shuffle and deal.
Well,
Now it's on.
wrap us up, take us off, and
Chris, hey, good night, everybody. Thanks for watching. Oh, we need the winner yet.
yeah, who was the winner of the giveaway?
Who won? I'm sorry. Who won the retail? Matt Ottercat. Matt Ottercat, congratulations! You won the retail version of the game. So we will, if you are a member of our Discord, please, and if you're not, he is perfect. Just send a message over to Matt at Geekspiel with your information, and we will forward that on to the boys over at Inside Up Games. Thank you guys from Inside Up Games. Also, Conor, thanks for providing that copy for our audience today too. Really appreciate that.
For having me. This has been a blast.
So Matt, congratulations on the win. And now you get to see us go toe to toe for a premium version. We'll see.
Here we go.
I was feigning not understanding the game before. If you guys,
he just wanted to bait you out.
Look at Gil. Gil, was that like a nervous Cthulhu?
No. That's my Feo Cthulhu. Good night.
That or
Cthulhu. It looks more like Zorg. Was that Dr. Zorg? Yeah, than Cthulhu, but that's fine.
So do you know the actual proper pronunciation of Cthulhu is Cthulhu? Were you guys aware of that? Yeah, no. Cthulhu. It's a guttural language, and when he wrote it, he actually wrote it phonetically at one point in his notes. It wasn't actually in his writings, but in his notes that they found after he died. It's Cthulhu.
And after reading 5 books, it's gonna be Cthulhu forever.
Right.
It's like saying G for G.
Yeah, exactly.
Change on me in mid game. It's gonna be that. Vox Pop.
His partner Joe, just because he's the businessman and just a light gamer, not a heavy gamer, he calls it Cholulu, just to piss off gamers.
Yeah, you guys
get one of those
Cholulu game. Perfect. Yeah. So who has first go here?
It's Gil.
It's me. Go. I'm just organizing my cards.
So I'm gonna ping real quick the people here on the stream, and also Matt. Do you guys want to do this on air, or do you want fair? So anybody? Okay. You guys want to see this? You guys in for the race here? This is when it gets serious. All right. Let's go ahead, Gil.
I'm going to be questioning every play to make sure no one misplays.
Yeah, exactly.
I was like saying goodnight to Jared. I realized I'm live. As we see you live, I can say, "Hey, thanks, Jared."
We're not leaving you hanging. We're gonna play right through this.
For hanging along. Dun, 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 dun. Here you go. Hey, I wanna be Conor. I wanna have one on my car, one on my purse.
Before was yours? Was that yours? Was that yours?
That was Gil.
Yes. Okay.
I'm gonna take a little longer to play now.
Yeah, right.
And he said it's gonna be a premium copy. I unfortunately got a retail copy, so
right. He needs.
You could have both.
Yeah.
Great.
I was a cheapskate. I have 56 56 back kickstarters. I have to nowadays. I'm going for the lower so I can volume instead of quality.
So Gil, you made me feel even worse about my Kickstarter because you just said 56. I just hit 103 last week.
Whew.
God.
Yeah.
Gosh, I'm sitting at like maybe like 4 or 5. You know, just chilling.
Do I do this early? Is the question, and this is where
Don't keep the 8 for Gil. He's going to win. Remember.
that's
It's not
true.
going to win. I have
That's true.
one.
Yeah, right.
I mean, I'm not
I
paying attention to his cards.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
What I do, I normally open and then I put on pause Twitch.
I have his covered with chat, so
Yeah,
I was gonna win it, the other way, but if you're gonna force me to win it this way, then
right. Okay. All right. Hey, go ahead. Take it, friend.
Oh, Chris is already at 2 points.
11 already. So this one is for me. This one is for you. This one is for me.
New rules emerge when
We're
mistakes
playing.
become real.
We're playing teams. Oh, we'll be careful.
Yo, yeah, you guys didn't take notes on that?
Go over your token to the 2 sides. I'm just going to put it back to the 1 side.
Okay. Let's see here. I want to do this.
El Toro. Ay. Playing the long game here now.
More humming.
Really?
more
No, you're out of blues already?
No, I'm not. Sorry, I'm just dumb.
See what I told you
Like a
about the game?
We gotta.
That's why I have to organize my cards.
Is that what it is? That's what it was. Got it. I'm happy to be going last this time around until he drops the blue 8.
No, you'll do that on yourself. It's fine.
That's true. That's exactly what would happen. Yeah, I'll take that.
So my I feel now I have to help Will win.
Gosh. I'd like.
You're gonna make Chris so angry right now.
Just want to win.
All right, so
What's your
we'll start
placement?
this one. Yeah.
Text from my manufacturer. We're out of premium copies. Weird.
Oh darn.
Oh.
Oh well.
I actually get text messages from the manufacturer.
Yeah.
I have to give it to him, so someone can change it
Oh no.
or play. Where's that
Really
blue 8?
sucks.
Somebody could
Come
drop
on,
it.
Gil.
Gil might drop the Trump 9.
I'm trying to make my math here, like maybe score nothing just so Conor don't get it.
Conor might have a 12.
Gil, you just want one of us to beat Conor, right?
Wait,
Well,
whoa.
there's a lot of 12s out right now. If I play a 12, he can trump with a 12.
Right. Very true.
If I play an 8, he won't want it, but that means I gonna no.
Well, but you're going to negate a big point round, so really Will's not getting much off of it.
Realistically,
Right.
losing to the designer is better than losing to Chris.
Yeah,
See,
that
now,
is.
I like that.
All right.
Now that this became more serious, it definitely the trash talk definitely stepped up too. Like,
I'm gonna gamble now, right? Since I'm losing, I'm gonna gamble. Here he goes.
Oh.
Yep. Trump. I knew the Trump time was going to fall. Yep. That's a big point.
That was the one thing I didn't want you to do. Well done.
That's
Okay,
a
well.
big point.
Drop that 8 if you got it.
That's
Okay.
fine. See, I was afraid he didn't have blue, so
he still ends up +1, so that's still a good turn for him. But wow, that's
no, a good turn for me would have been 5. Okay.
Oh yeah. Okay. All right. Relax, Gil. Relax.
Gil's getting into his gladiatorial.
I know where you live.
Oh no.
The Chungwunk, unfortunately, we
Where are you
did
guys located?
somebody won the giveaway already tonight. But thank you so much for spending time with us and hanging out. Appreciate it. We're going to try doing more giveaways in the future with the guests we have on. So Gil starts with a 7 brown. 7 brown.
It's a brown bear.
It's a
7
brown
Ah,
bear.
Happy birthday.
Oh.
Happy birthday to
Ooh. I don't know what Chris has.
you. Do
It's your
not know what I
birthday.
have.
It's your birthday.
I'm gonna go ahead and do this early.
Wow.
No.
I mean, I'm okay with that.
Don't, Chris, don't do. I'm going to throat punch
Oh
you.
no, I have to play the. Oh crap! I have to play the brown, don't
You
I?
can play the
Yes.
0 and you get 3 of them. I mean,
That's true. Yeah, I can.
yeah.
No, why would you?
Why wouldn't you do that?
He trumps at the pink. Wait, did he do it or no?
Yeah,
I
he
did it.
did.
All right, he
Yeah,
trumped at the pink.
that is the play.
Oh, it was the play. I was trying. I was just going to take the double the 2 points with the 9. So
That's because you. Oh, who got the
Well,
first?
you wouldn't have taken the 2 points with the 9, right? Because I had the trump out. If you put a 9
no,
rounds,
I was thinking it was 9.
okay.
Like I could play the green, which would have beaten your trump, but I couldn't. It was an illegal play. So I was looking through my plays, and then I
Got it.
saw that
Got it.
0.
Got it.
Let's see here.
Tyson said, "Digital throat punch." I'd love to see that. Chop! Nice little chop, chop. 5 brown. Interesting.
Do they have just the game, or do they have our headshots too?
What's that? We have everybody's has their
For
own. Yeah, they can see it.
us as well as the screen.
Yep. Yeah, that's like almost like a Jean-Claude, like 12 blue.
Yes.
That doesn't trump, does it? No.
That doesn't change Trump.
Oh, it doesn't change.
What are you doing? What are you?
I'm
The moment
dreaming.
there's like something on the line, like stakes on the line.
Forgot
Gil
it. It was. No, I'm dreaming. I don't know what I'm doing. Why you? Yeah, I know what I'm doing, but I couldn't change the trump.
You don't
Yeah,
change the trump.
You could drop a 12 blue. That's fine.
Yeah, go ahead, Gil.
Yeah.
That's fine. All right. Sure. Oh, there's Trump green.
Now that changes the trump there.
Oh, for
There you
freaking!
go.
Oh,
Horn. There you go, bud.
horse shit.
Right.
Yeah,
Horn.
we'll definitely have to label this show of
Yeah.
not our PG-13's show.
Canadian inside of games in his mouth of a sailor.
We have a couple of games like that. We just we're typically off stream when that happens.
Let's go ahead and
Is the naughty spiel?
Naughty
says.
spiel. Naughty spiel.
Jet Beat. What is he doing out there? Let's see.
He's trying to spam us, I guess.
Oh, okay, cool. But we're nice, so if you guys want to help Jet Beat out, go ahead and take a look at his stream. If you don't like it, you don't have to follow. But if you're intrigued, take a look.
All right.
And thanks for joining, Jet.
All right, mate. This game sucks for me right now. In many ways. You know what? Go play the 7.
I haven't taken a single trick.
Neither do I. There you go, Will.
Okay.
God. Really? Thanks.
I've been helping you out, but I
will feel free.
Yeah, thanks, friend. Appreciate it. With friends like you, Gil.
This isn't it. How are you doing for points, Gil?
My hand is so stupid and random. Like I'm just trying to survive in this round. I was going for helping Will, so I had another chance, but yeah, I don't think it's gonna happen. Oh,
what's that? Oh, yes. Yes. Our producer asked me to zoom back in. Sorry about that, guys. Oh, that changes us back to pink. Interesting.
Mhm.
You never change
Smack!
from pink.
Oh, it's a green. Horn.
That's a big point round too.
That is a,
Yeah.
that's a big point right there. Right.
Shipping will kill us. Well, let's see which one of my high cards I'll play.
Okay.
Trollolo.
Hungry little
You would play that too. You would.
Ivatari.
I think I might be picking up an 8 here.
You think?
Come on, Gil.
Yeah.
Yup.
You owe me that one now.
I didn't have many options with that.
You, Gil.
I've been
Gil, I'd
helping
really like to have this copy. All right.
Yeah, but I have to be nice. I'm gonna bump Conor on all those future
It's so weird.
convention.
So he just said, "Watch creator win." Who is that? Is that Gil's or yours, Chris? That's you.
That's mine.
Yeah. They're always coming like friggin'.
He's throwing them from far away from the table.
That's all right. So Gil dropped in that little
Let's try it.
Trump.
Come on, 8. There you go.
Yeah.
Beep. Bad word.
Beep.
Now.
I love how Battlestar Galactica, we're able to swear and everything.
Mm-hmm.
There's a show called Good Place. They too.
Yeah, The Good Place. They did. Yeah, they did a very, very creative thing with that.
Watch, I don't remember.
Oh,
right, good.
nice, Gil. That was a good pull. All right, so points. Feels bad, man. I'm at minus. I'm at 0 even.
I think I'm at 6.
That's the win.
Oh, that's 6.
That
I thought oh man,
Yeah,
that is a win.
that -4 hurt me because I had 7 points on
Well, it
just
helped
2
that I took
tricks.
Who has the
3
green?
zeros,
Who has the green
so-
0?
I did because I took
Oh.
it that round where we had the 3.
That's what it was. That first round 0 that
2,
you got.
3, 4, 5. Wow.
And that's it. That takes the victory.
That's
Chris
6.
Walters. Not only has the creator lost, but Chris Walters has a very solid win streak on table crashers.
I mean,
Some
I
might
try.
say there's a hint of collusion happening.
There's
but-
no one saying that but you.
Oh, then
I'm saying that too. I mean, I've heard it's pretty bad. I mean,
Yeah, I mean, I've again through the grapevine. I'm just hearing things,
I reach out to all of the creators beforehand, and I'm just like,
just for the
help me
record,
out.
my bag never worked. It's funny because my cards just sit on top of the bag.
open. It's a giant green bamboo shoot on my screen.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we are all set then. Again, I want to thank Conor from Inside Up Games for joining us. Thank you for being generous with the giveaway offers tonight. I'm really excited to check out Summit after this and this game because I had a blast tonight. And especially with the new expansion of Summit, that sounds like some really amazing things happening there. Please join us again when that hits, because I'd love to sit down and take a look at that with you.
Hey, you bet.
For you guys who are still watching with us, and for anybody who watches the VOD, we are likely doing a slight format change into next week's program. We should be doing Monday instead of Wednesday for Table Crashers. And then following the initial episode, it'll just be the interview and sitting down with the creator, asking how the game plays. later in the week, there will be gameplay videos from the various partners with our channel. So you might see Chris Walters run a game. You might see Huntress One run a game. You might see me run a game on Happy Fun Time Live, and it will be hosted via the Geek Spiel channel here. I'm going to point all around here because I'm not sure where the name is. But please join us next week for here. But thanks for everybody who joined us tonight. Congratulations to the winner again, and we will see you guys next week.
For the winner of the game, yes. To you, not to Chris.
Yeah, not to Chris. Chris, put your arms down.
Chris, like, put your arms down.
And again, thank you guys so much for your support. And Connor, again, thanks again. Have a wonderful night, guys. We will see you next week. Bye-bye.
Good night.
Bye, guys.
If you guys have any questions about how we like the game, join us on Discord and we can carry on the conversation. So thank you guys for watching, and we will see you next Wednesday on Table.